moving on. Coming up in minutes, it's TAC Cup Radio action, live and exclusive on TAC Cup Radio, through taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app. Across the world on taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app. Australia's premier under-18 footy competition, the TAC Cup, live and exclusive on TAC Cup Radio.
Morning and welcome to Preston City Oval, Kramer Street, Preston. We've got the black shorts on today with TAC Cup Radio. Phil Crooks bringing you all the action today. I'm joined up at the back of the grandstand today by Rick Morris. How are you, Rick?
Yeah, good morning, Crooksy, and really looking forward to this new spot for us, and I quite like it. So, grounds in Stingrays, they just always seem good with hand and foot in the times we see them over the years, and I think we've got a similar thing this year with the Stingrays, so it should be a great game.
It should be. They have their own brand of footy, the Stingrays, I reckon, don't they?
Yeah, it's nice and clean by foot, usually, and I'd hope that's the case today.
A couple of players that I'm particularly looking forward to seeing, Rick. One is a boy we interviewed last year, Hunter Clark, interviewed him up in the stand last year. Was a bottom ager then and out with injury at the time, so Hunter will be one to keep your eye on. Tom DeConning, I called a game last year where he kicked 9 goals.
200 centimetres.
He's a big boy. He's fairly lean, sort of a kid. I'm just looking, he's number 20 now. He's
92 kilos, so might fill out a bit.
You'll just see him at the back of the pack there running around. And Riley Darcy, who came off a 5-goal game last week and is sitting on 12 goals for the season, just 3 behind the boy that got best on the ground last week for us, Brian Myers, who's on top of the goal kicking with 15. Players from the Knights, Rick, that you're looking forward to seeing?
Well, that one there, number 50's just been presented his jumper by the look of it, Zach Hudson, number 50. So he's 198 centimetres from St Mary's in the Northern Footy League, and looks like he gets his first opportunity. So Northern Knights boys just off and running there. But Jack Petrocelli seems to be a real watch for me. Took an absolute blinder of a mark high over the pack over at Rams Arena, and he has got pace to burn. So he's got all the attributes that you want for a league footballer. He can jump, he can run, and got good skills. So he's going to be one to watch. Also, Mitch Andrews is a steady contributor for them over the last couple of years. Adam Tamaro was pretty strong overhead for a 178 centimetre player in an earlier game, and Anthony Fable, as I mentioned, really played well last time we called, and Jamison Shea also getting plenty of the ball of late. Any that caught your eye in recent times there, Matt?
Well, seeing the Northern Knights 2 weeks ago, I think you've hit the nail on the head with Jack Petrocelli. Scored the winning goal last week too, I believe, against Bendigo. So a real excitement machine and one to watch. Very dangerous inside attacking 50. But I think I'm looking to see what these two sides can do. They're very even on the ladder at the moment. 3 wins, 2 losses apiece. Which one's going to take it by the scruff of the neck this morning? I was going to say this afternoon. Which one's going to take it by the scruff of the neck and really prove that they're a finals contender in 2017?
That'll be the case. Just for the 2 commentators here, we've had one number change. Reece Piper, who's another player we look forward to seeing. We've called some good footy from him over the years, is wearing number 48 today, Rick. And
Reece Piper,
48. We're going to take our first break, and on the other side of this, all the action from Preston City Oval in round 6, TAC Cup Radio, TAC Cup Live.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to FootyProfit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon on taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app. This is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Preston City Oval, the ball is in the air. Dandenong have won the toss. They're kicking to the Bell Street end. Take it away, Rick.
And Grace gets the tap out, and it's sharked away by Williams. The other ruckman can't break away. Petrocelli gets out the hand. Now it's found the Knights through Penrith. He'll go towards half forward. Just trying to trap it there was Wild. He goes to ground, gives off the handball, but it was an intercept. Now it's in Dandenong's hands through Young. He gets tackled beautifully. Petrocelli all over him, and there'll be a ball up just in front of the grandstand here, commentary side of the ground. We are at Preston City Oval for this live stream game. Northern Knights versus Dandenong. Tap out, all big scrimmage, and they go to ground. The umpire will come in and ball it up, centre wing still. Now we've got Grace up against Williams, and Grace dumps it down towards half forward. Not quite able to break away again. We've got another pack forming, and just not quite able to break open the players yet in this first couple of minutes. Another ball up. And Williams with the high leap taps it forward. Again it goes back into another pack. They paddle it out the back door. Not quite able to break away still. Picked up that time by Shea. Can't break through. Plenty of tackling going on. We're closer to that centre square now. And there'll be another ball up. Grace up against Williams. Williams with another huge leap. Taps it down. Kicks partially smothered. Petrocelli gets one high. Umpire said play on. And I think it was spotted by the other umpire by the look of it. And Petrocelli plays on, goes very wide. He goes across the outer side of the ground. Binion was the man who took the mark, and he's got it down towards half forward. They'll run away with this through Stapleton. He dribbles it down towards full forward, but it allowed the Stingrays to go and repel and kick it down towards their half forward with a bouncing ball. It's a 2 against 1 situation. They all overran it. Darcy went in with the body, opened it up for his other teammate there. And there might have been a holding the ball it was. And looks like Hudson with the ball for the Knights.
So the Knights have it on the outer wing. Is it mark taken Binion? No, went out on the full. So free kick going the way of Dandenong. First opportunity here to set up to go inside attacking 50. Look for options. High ball, inside attacking 50 for the Stingrays. Pack flies, no one able to take the mark at the bottom of the pack. And a shot on goal just misses there from DeConning, I think that was that put a minor score through. So Dandenong, one behind. The Northern Knights yet to score. Early stages in the first term. The Knights try and bring it out of defence. It's a risky kick, getting across with the punch. Hope brought it to ground. Ball dribbling towards the boundary line in the forward pocket. It's kept in play by Andrews. Now it's seen over. We'll get a boundary throw in about 40 metres out from goal on the broadcast side for the Stingrays. They're one behind, Rick.
Yes, deep in that forward pocket here at Preston, southern end of the ground or city end of the ground. We've got the ball in and up they go. Tap down the front, that time through Baker. Brings it to ground and some heavy tackling again. Play not quite opening up as yet. All players keen on getting a possession. And up they go again. Williams with the tap down, gets his own ball, loses it. Play on's a call. Trying to break through that time. They can't quite. Well, he got a snap on goal, but it's through for a behind. And that was Williams. And the player there, no, I think it was just looking at that player there.
Cotter,
it was Cotter, yeah, that had the snap on goal. They'll play on straight away and go to the outer side of the ground. And that'll be taken away by Andrews for the Northern Knights. Gets it down further afield. It looks like the mark's going to be paid out there.
Chopped arms, Rick.
And they'll kick it down towards that outer side of the ground. Up they go. Juggling attempt, not quite gathered in. Players land on top of the ball. Play on's a call. And the umpire will have to come and break it up. Centre wing on the eastern side of Kramer Street Oval. And quickly, Williams with the huge leap again. Bit of a high one. Play on's a call. When boundary side, the umpire will ball it up.
There's a bit of movement. That's the 10:38 to Flinders Street, Rick. The little bit of wind in the trees getting up a little bit, Rick, too, I noticed.
Yep. The forecast was for some wind in the afternoon, so just starting now.
As the ball's around the half-back area for the Stingrays. Ball emerges in favour of the Knights. Handball there from Grace. Just a little too hot for his teammate, but was composed enough to move it towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Mark taken by Gillard. About 60 out from home. High ball in towards the pocket. Coming late. Taking the mark? No, the umpire said play on. It was touched off hands. Stingrays in the back pocket. Series of handballs away from the contest. That time around Clark. High ball towards the centre wing, outer side. Ball comes off hands and will dribble over the boundary line in front of Oliver Wilson. We'll throw it in. About 3.5 minutes gone in the first term here at Preston City Oval. Dandenong, 2 behinds. Northern Knights yet to score. Grace going up in the contest for the Knights. Ball comes to ground. Stingrays just have all the numbers around the footy. High ball inside attacking 50. Just went through the fingers of Morris. Back on the deck being paddled towards goal again by the Stingrays. They've done this a couple of times already. Knights able to hold it up. Back pocket. Handball fed out of the back of the pack. Under pressure. Shea just puts the ball high into the air. Close to the boundary line and the wind will blow it over. Out on the full. Free kick going the way of the Stingrays inside attacking 50.
Yeah, well spotted, Crooksy. That wind really picked up that footy and took it to that outer side boundary. And we're going to have a shot on goal from 45. Might suit him, actually, from this position with that. Might be able to go a little right to left. And he'll have the shot on goal. And it's just pulled way left.
Skinny all the way, Rick.
Didn't allow for the wind at all there. And that was Darcy.
Might have got away with one there, the Knights. Good composure by Shea with the ball in hand, but that kick up was just in hope.
Now they're outnumbered a bit here, so Grace is the target, and the kick wasn't too bad. He got a hand on it, but it went out of bounds. They just got to get numbers across half back at the minute, the Northern Knights.
Bailey Williams had 25 hit-outs last week.
And you can see why. He's got a massive leap. He's only 198 centimetres compared to the 200 that he's against. But eventually we'll have to have a ball up here. Oh, no, he's paid holding the ball. No attempt. And this will go the Stingrays' way. And the kick was smothered by... Clark's kick was smothered. Mitchell, Andrews that is, gets it down. Now they'll kick it down towards centre wing. Good mark out in front, Sam Fletcher for the Stingrays. Fletcher on centre wing. will pump it forward. Oh, that kick smothered, and play on's a call. Now it's fed out the back door. We've got a couple juggling it there. Smith picks it up. He runs in and out of trouble. Does well to get around and steady and kick towards a contest. Over the back they go, and the ball goes out of bounds, grandstand side again.
Petrocelli employing the spoil there. You can see he's got that intent in his eye.
Change of ruckman for this throw-in. Hogan going up for the Stingrays. Hudson will get a fingertip to it. Ball brought to deck. Cofield trying to feed it out. It's all wrapped up. Umpire just letting things go. Good tackle there applied by Gillard. We'll get a ball up. Attacking side of the centre wing for the Stingrays. They're two behinds. Ball back in the air. Comes to ground. Stingrays paddle it forward. Back towards the boundary line on the broadcast side. And it'll be seen over there by Nain Scorn.
If we have one more stoppage in this first 10 minutes, there's been boundary throw-ins, there's been ball-ups, we've had everything here.
It's thrown back into play. Hogan with the tap down for the Stingrays. Ball nearly ended back up in his possession. In the hands now of Allen. It was turned over. Serena gave it off there to Gillard. He was caught and the umpire said incorrect disposal. Free kick going the way of Allen. And another kick smothered there by the Knights. Smothered by Braden Gillard. Sees the ball over the boundary line and out of play. Half forward flank broadcast side for the Stingrays.
Bottom major Braden Gillard from the Montmorency Football Club, the Mighty Magpies. And I like the way he bounced back from that.
Showed a bit of promise in the earlier game we called, and two smothers from kicks over the man on the mark. The coaches will note that at quarter time. Anyway, play continues. Heavy tackling going on again. We're at half forward for the Dandenong Stingrays. We're 55 out from goal, and we'll have another ball up. And here goes Hudson. And tapped out in the open, but they can't break away. Picked up again, that time through Bateman. Works it again towards that forward 50. Another pack's form, and we'll have another ball up.
Neither team settled into any kind of rhythm whatsoever so far. Ball sort of locked between the arcs.
Hudson with the tap down, or high tackle gone unnoticed to Caulfield. Cop one high. Anyway, Cotter gets it, gets tackled, slammed into the ground by Bell. And again, we're going to have a ball up. Good tackling at least, that's the one thing about it so far. And Hudson using his body well. Slaps it down towards centre wing. They're just paddling in front of us here and taken that time through Murphy. Murphy on the right down towards half forward. Oh, great spoil out of position Iozzi. Gives it off. They get it out to Caulfield. Back it goes to Gillard. Gillard with the long driving kick towards half forward. Oh, Petrocelli pushed his player out, nudged him out, and now he's gone to the goal square. The kick looks beautifully timed, but the player there wasn't able to take the mark in that player there, Uzelak. But eventually Dandy will clear through Huswaite. He'll go towards half back. He spotted a player and weighted the kick to Tom Murphy nicely. He'll go inboard to centre half back. Oh, kick wasn't taken, or the mark wasn't taken, and now we've got a ball up right at centre half forward. No attempt. Good call, Crooksy. So Gillard gets it again, doing well defensively, and gives it out in front. This time Uzelak will take the mark, and he's almost 50 metres out when he kicks.
Stefan from the Montmorency Junior Footy Club as well, the Magpies.
So Uzelak to kick for goal. He's 45 out. Oh, it's a wobbler, terrible kick. And that went about 25 metres, marked in the front. And they'll play on straight away, Stingers. Out towards half back. The race goes on and out of bounds it goes.
Just going back a couple of plays, Jack Petrocelli, we've got him at 184 and 73. I'd suggest he's grown a bit since those stats were taken.
Might be 184, but the 73 is probably...
Well, I reckon he's a bit bigger than 184. He takes a very nice... Hard to move him off his feet.
And very quick too. As it's thrown back into play. Hudson got the tap down for the Knights. And again, a pack forms over the top of the ball and we'll get a ball up. 2 points, the Stingrays. Knights yet to score. 10.5 gone first term. We're at Preston City Oval. Hudson again with the tap. Comes to ground. Clark Able to get boot to ball. High one towards the half-forward flank. Losing it in the sun there was DeConning. Comes to ground. He follows it up. Got stripped of the ball. Close to the boundary line. Kept it in play. But his kick will go out on the full. So the Knights to get a free kick. Back pocket outer side. Struggling to get any momentum going here, either side. In this first term. A short kick. Comes back into play for the Knights. Another little chip kick over the top. Hits up Andrews. We've got a player on out wide. It's Binion. Half-back flank, broadcast side. He'll chip it short again, looking for Cofield, and he'll take it on the chest.
Good foot passing there through that 50.
Short, sharp from the Knights, building it along the boundary line. Cofield decides to come inboard. It was a low kick, goes the distance to Mitch Andrews. Still on the defensive 50 arc. Gives the handball backwards to Cofield. Ball's going to be turned over. Clark took the intercept mark. Blazes away, but it's offline. And another minor score for the Stingrays. They move to 3 behinds. The Knights yet to score, hitting the 12-minute mark in the first term.
Yeah, that of course is on the NG scoreboard, and the Knights again going short. They probably overused it that last passage of play, but this time Andrews takes the free kick. He'll play on, they'll get it out wide and move it through Baker. Baker runs around confidently through the middle, and drop mark there by Bell, allowed Stingrays in. Bell went and tried to halt that play. They do well there, Dandenong, to get numbers around the footy and compose themselves, and the mark's taken now by Hope. Riley Hope, or Darcy it is, or Hope it is, sorry. Getting confused with my Darcys. Out the back door it goes. Now we've got McDonald. He gets tackled. He'll give it over to Bateman. He kicks it around the corner. Ball will be towards the boundary side. The defender's going hard there, but a high tackle, and the Northern Knights will take the free kick. Play on's a call. Nice pass out to Nativo or Randall. They work it through. Now they'll run it out of the defensive side. Hard to kick into that breeze there by the look of it. But eventually, Dandy mop up through Smith. They get it out to Cotter. Back to Clark, who runs to 50. Gets all tied up.
Tackle.
Great chase and tackle. And Penrith with the ball.
He's a likely type, Rick.
Penrith, real improving footballer this year. Gets it out to Caulfield, and he works it clear over to Andrews.
Andrews' kick. It's up a target. Defensive side of centre wing. Looks like that's Binion out there for the Knights. Binion kicks it along the boundary line to a pack.
Oh, you're guilty.
Bailey Williams, the big man for the Stingrays, takes a great grab on the outer wing, sends the ball high into the middle, standing underneath it there, Hope. Knights with possession of the footy. Penrith tried to get boot to ball, works out in favour of the Stingrays. Kick towards the centre wing, no good there for Huswaite. And the ball gets wrapped up. We'll get a ball up. Randall applying the tackle there.
I'm happy to nominate that Bailey Williams as the footyprofit.com.au mark of the day.
They'll be doing well to beat that.
Yes, he got the tap out that time around too, Williams. And the thick of everything early here at Preston City Oval. And we get another ball up.
We should mention the AFL Draft Central goal of the day is still anybody's. It's nobody's at the moment.
As the Knights tried to feed the handball out, was intercepted by Bateman. High ball, good fist applied by DeConning. Comes to ground. Plumridge chasing after it, tried to strip the tackle, had to go back to DeConning, who fumbled and then got caught. Ball spilt free. The umpire said it took too long to get rid of it, and a free kick will be going the way of Andrews. Goes towards the outer side. Mark taken out there by Baker. Just assesses his options. Decides to come back inboard. Mark will be taken here by Bell. And they'll track backwards here, the Knights. Goes into the back pocket. Mark taken by Randall. Comes to the outer side. It was a risky kick to Fable. Ball came to ground thanks to McDonald. Ball spills free of the contest. And then it's all wrapped up. Slots out the back of the pack. Chasing in after it again, Randall. In fact, that's Wilson going in after it. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Just inside attacking 50, broadcast side for the Stingrays.
Umpires prepared to reward the tackler today, Rick?
Yes, that's been obvious, and they've been good tackles, so good to see them rewarded. Dandenong try to get it into their 50, but the Knights with the clearance. get it to a dangerous spot. Now they'll have a shot on goal almost, a bit of a grubber down towards the behinds, and that was through Lockie Young. Through for a behind, and Northern Knights, be interesting to see if they keep playing short in the back line. They do it again. This time, play on's a call. Stapleton moves around. They'll kick it down towards half-back. Overcooks it, goes over the back. Now they'll have a race on. Should be able to feed off the handball and get it long. That time through Binion. He found Shea beautifully there. Shea ran into trouble. Gave off the handball in time. Now he'll get it out to Serrana. Down towards centre half forward. Mitch Wiles the target. Brings it to ground. Gets it across his body and kicks towards full forward. But the defender there just too quick onto his feet, Patterson, to take that mark. Or they've turned it over. Now they've got there in numbers. They'll kick long now towards full forward Dandenong. Fable just got a hand on it, but we've got a shot on goal over the shoulder. That time, Nanscowan through for another behind. So Dandy move on to 5 behinds, and that is on the NG scoreboard. We're 19 minutes in to this first quarter on the Technica time clock.
Ball in the back pocket, broadcast side Knights. Long kick there to Grace. He takes the mark on the chest. Sharp one inboard, and just muddled it up there. Bateman goes to ground. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
As the quarter gets a bit longer, a couple of those kicks off half-back for the Knights are just a little, not quite on point at the moment, causing them a bit of grief.
As the big man Williams knocked it down, Stingrays get another entry inside attacking 50. There's a hold. It will go the way of Dandenong. And to take the free kick there, looks like that's
Jay Nanscoran.
And he'll be brought around directly in front. Man on the mark will stand 30 metres out. This for the first goal at the 18-minute mark of the first term on the Technica time clock. He comes in, stabs at it, kept it low and puts it through. Nanscoran with the first here at Preston City Oval. 18 gone, first term.
And didn't seem to be a lot in that one, but obvious hold there somewhere. But Nance Gorn, the first goal kicker, finally we got something on the board.
As I was saying earlier, the kick out from half-back or defensive 50 just hasn't been on point in the last 5 or 10 minutes. And the ball's been coming back in quickly. Eventually it was going to end in a goal.
Tap down, Grace gets it back, and the Knights should be able to clear with a handball. Just put his teammate under pressure. Dandenong doing this well, where around the ball they're getting 2-1, and eventually we've got a ball in dispute at half forward for the Knights. Petruccelli grabs it, runs, handballs to himself basically along the boundary line, was smart enough to pick it up, give off the handball to Gillard. Gillard gets a kick in, skews off the side, down towards centre half forward. It comes back to ground. Petruccelli breaks through. They get it out the back door, this time to Stapleton, and we'll have a shot on goal, hits the post.
Hit the Wilbur post. I'm going to call it early. He's got a touch of the Christian Petrarcas about him.
I thought the same myself. Explosive through the pack, can jump and run. He is going to be high on the radar, no doubt. At half-back now, the mark's taken by Patterson. Been a steady defender so far. They'll play on and kick further afield through Tommy Murphy. Into the middle. They'll play on, and that was grubbed along the ground by Young. Knights now will clear, and over the back. Here goes Andrews. He lost it. Good tackle, but the umpire thought he caught him high. And we'll have a free kick this time in the middle of the ground. They'll kick long down towards full forward. DeConning over the back. Trying to work the handball. Eventually, gets it back after the spoil, and DeConning puts it through. And the Knights defenders doing very well there. Didn't allow that handball over the top into the goal square, but eventually it luckily popped back in the hands of DeConning.
God must barrack for Dandenong, Rick. 2-5-17 the Dandenong Southern Stingrays. The Northern Knights are just the one behind on the NG scoreboard, and of course Technica, long-time sponsor of the Northern Knights and now sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. The time clock is reading.
It's we're moving up to the 23-minute mark of this first quarter. Grace with the ball. Tries to work it out of that centre area. They'll get it out there. This time Tommy Murphy gets it. Having a good quarter. Gets on the left for Dandenong and gets it down to half forward. Looks like they're kicking with the breeze at the minute. Now the Knights underneath it there. They should be able to work it clear. They get it down towards half back. Now almost centre wing. Cotter with the ball. Welcome back. Gives it off and gets it down towards centre wing to Bateman.
So Bateman has it centre wing out of side. High ball inside attacking 50 for the Stingrays at the back of the pack. Getting a fingertip on it by Aussie. And the ball's seen over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in. Forward pocket out of side for the Stingrays. Most of the momentum in this first term after about the 10-minute mark. Thrown back into play. It's a shallow throw in thanks to the wind. And ball comes to ground. Wrapped up. Umpire letting it go and then says, give it to me, I will ball it up. Getting off the bottom of the pack, William Smith. Directly in front of goal for Dandenong. DeConning went up in the ruck, brought it to ground. Knights able to lock things up once again. Just paddling around. Joel Grace getting involved. No, that's Pietratelli down in defence.
He's everywhere at the moment, isn't he?
The excitement machine of the Knights. DeConning, big leap over the top. Pietratelli tried to fist it forward. Comes off hands in favour there of Piper.
Touch off the boot.
So another behind. 2-6-18. The Stingrays, one behind the Northern Knights on the NG scoreboard. The ball comes back into play. Back pocket out of side. High ball close to the boundary line. We'll find a target in Joel Grace.
Enjoying the contest between the two big men.
Grace, high ball towards the centre wing. Comes off hands in favour of the Knights. Try and get a bit of run on the outer side. Stapleton fired off the handball. It's a bit risky there to Sinclair. They're able to escape with it. Still with possession of the footy. Now they fumble. And on half-back, the Stingrays reclaim possession. Handball there from Smith. They've got numbers around the footy. High ball towards the centre wing. 2-on-1 in favour of the Knights. Went through the hands of Randall. Comes to ground. But has support in Baker. Chip kick over the top. Hits up a target. Andrews gives the handball off to Cofield. Dodges traffic. Tried to go through the middle. Then fed the handball to Andrews. Good passage of play there from the Knights. High ball centre half forward. Comes off hands to the pack. Big man Grace feeds the handball out the back. High ball inside. Attacking 50 from Serrana. The umpire says it was a high. And a free kick will go the way of the Stingrays in defence.
Yeah, Knights playing from behind a bit up forward, and it's costing them at the moment. Dandenong through Murphy, and there goes the siren at quarter time. Dandenong 2-6-18 lead the Northern Knights, one behind. And the goal kickers, we've got Josh Bateman with one, and we've got Jay Nanscorwin with one. No goal kickers for the Knights. And quite a few players with a lot of possessions in that quarter.
Tom DeConning didn't kick one? Did the handball go back? He got his handball smothered.
You're right. It was DeConning, sorry. Yeah. 20, not 19.
It was a very congested first term. Both sides not really able to break away.
Well, we always say it's like cricket. You never criticise the first innings till the other team's had a hit. So we'll just see what the Knights can do with the breeze. They do love playing here at Preston City Oval. They know the ground well. We'll take a break, and on the other side of this, it'll be more TAC Cup Radio Round 6 action.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio. Back here at Preston City Oval, quarter time in the TAC Cup Radio match of the day. The Northern Knights are one behind the Dandenong Stingrays 2-6-18. And as you mentioned in the call, you two boys, it was a pretty scrappy first quarter. Played, when we got here today, there wasn't a breath of wind, it was just picture perfect conditions, but the breeze has got up, there is a north wind blowing. I think Justin Wenke's done a Kevin Sheedy, Rick, he's locked down all the flags. I can't see, not even a flag in your old place over there at Ridges. We normally have the Australian flag up there to give us a bit of an indicator, but I can't see any pennants anywhere to sort of tell us.
And the Knights didn't really kick long enough for us to get an understanding of how that wind was playing into it, and either did Dandenong. They didn't even have a shot around that 50-metre mark to give us a bit of an idea. So we'll see in this quarter whether they might rue that first quarter, Dandenong, with the 2-6.
I think late in the quarter they did start to kick long into forward 50 here and get a bit of length and try to put a bit of pressure back on the Northern Knights defence, and it. Bit of accuracy and a bit of that 2-6. They wouldn't be happy with that. It'll just be a case. And I thought, what players do you think stood out in the first quarter?
Well, Tom Murphy across that half back got plenty of the ball and through that wing area as well. Also, I thought Angus Patterson was a bit of a stumbling block there down in the last line of defence when it did go down there for Dandenong. I like the look of Hunter Clark, who you mentioned before the game. The ruck work from Bailey Williams was pretty great to watch with the high leaping. He was getting right up high. And also, early in that quarter, Josh Bateman got a fair bit of it. Petruccelli, of course, for the Knights. Gillard doing well. Same with Andrews. Andrews consistent ball getter. And just looking for a bit more out of Fable and Tamara and Shea, aren't we, at the Knights side of things?
Really impressed with Tom De Conning too, down inside 50, providing that presence and also a bit of athleticism too. 200 centimetres, another tall one for the Stingrays. And then on the other side of things, Jack Petruccelli, who was all everywhere in that first term, and real excitement passage of play just down here to our left.
Well, you hate to label him, but Rick and I would have seen Petrarca do that on a number of occasions for the Eastern Rangers. That linkage play where he just goes from contest to contest and gets involved and brings players in, and at times when necessary he'll do the finishing off as well. It was exciting to watch. De Conning is the son of Terry De Conning, who played for the Bulldogs, I would suggest in the 90s, Rick, 80s and 90s.
Many games?
Not sure he's quite father-son, Terry De Conning.
Wouldn't have thought.
But he's a Bulldog, and I called a game last year out at Shepley Oval, and he kicked 9 goals against the Calder Cannons. Seems to have filled out. What's his dimensions? 292. Yeah, he's grown a bit and he's filled out a little bit.
He'd be on the radar, you'd imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Justin Wenke still got the Knights in there. I think with a little bit more composure. I think their teamwork and their strategies were right, but that last kick was always just letting them down, not quite hitting a target or a couple of up and unders.
Now, Terry De Conning played for Footscray, yep. 80 to 82, played 31 games, sorry.
Yeah, you're right there, Phil. They had the right idea, the short passes, trying to hit up targets, but then it was that last kick coming out of defence that really
just undid them.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how they go with the wind in this term, whether they just let it long and see if some of those guys inside attacking 50 can put up the contest.
The other player I've got on my radar, Rick, is Joel Grace. I think he is he's one just to mark down in our black book. Just a bit of a smoky underneath. All right, second quarter action. Umpire just checking all officials and fans are off the ground. He raises the TW. Second quarter here on TAC Cup Radio. Take it away.
The umpire throws the ball up and it favours Grace. He overran it and the ball hit the deck. Now trying to take it away that time, ZJ gets it down towards half forward for Dandenong. Now Penrith gets it for the Knights. They share it around and they'll wheel around through Ozzy. They'll get it down towards half back and clear it down towards Grace. Overcooked it was, and there'll be a free kick out in the full. Team's just not quite judging the breeze at the moment, and Bailey Williams with the ball at centre wing. He'll just kick it towards half forward, and a beautiful lead out in front. De Conning on the left, gets it down towards full forward, kept it low. They've got the tackle in right on the goal line almost. We're right in the goal square. They'll get a goal here for sure here. Dandenong, they worked it out of that pack. Nan Scorwin gets the kick over the shoulder and it's through for a goal. And they just managed to, was it Nan Scorwin?
It was Nan Scorwin, Jay.
So that's his second. And beautiful low kick from De Conning to centre half forward. It held up in the breeze, just gave the forward enough time to move onto it. And now the scoreboard reads 3-6-24. That is the Dandenong Stingrays to the Northern Knights, one behind. That's the technical scoreboard. We're 1.5 minutes in, second quarter action.
Ball goes inside attacking 50 for the Knights. who's lucky trying to get the ball out of the contest. Tamaro got stripped of it. Ball on the deck. Hamill bustling through for the Stingrays. They're able to work it clear. They're getting brought to ground. Boundary throw, and the umpire says no. Holding the footy, a free kick will go the way of Bell. Man on the mark stands 50 out from goal. Bell goes into the pocket, and it will be punched out of play by Plumridge. We'll get a throw in.
Low percentage option.
Yeah, bad option that. Just allowed the player to get the angle and across to spoil.
So we'll get a throw in. Forward pocket, broadcast side for the Knights. Will be Grace and Williams. Williams took it out of the contest. Ball came to ground. Wild tried to get a ball out. Stingrays with possession of the footy. Get a kick towards the centre wing broadcast side. Andrews was hovering. Stingrays able to work it out. Handball comes the way of Darcy. Comes back inboard to Plumridge. Got brought down by Petrozelli. Got called to play on. He follows up his work. Gave the handball to Bell. Got it out of the contest. Binion chasing after it. Petrocelli coming through again. Can't pick it up. Hovering out the back. Darcy goes to ground for the Stingrays. Cofield in there now for the Knights. Ball emerges with Morris. High ball inside attacking 50 for the Stingrays. DeConning just fumbling the footy. He's now under pressure. Penrith arrives on the spot. He's able to get a handball out of the contest. Young spins around traffic, trying to get the handball away. Baker getting back, got wrapped up. Ball spills free. Clark gave it off to DeConning. Lines up for his second and gets it.
That is an AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender, Tom DeConning. If you add them all up, there's about 6 efforts altogether for Tom DeConning there, and the ball ended up back in his hands, and very neat left foot kick for goal, Rick. One of your specials, I reckon.
Yeah, that was a ripper. Into the breeze, just cut it through the middle perfectly from the pocket. And DeConning's giving him a few headaches down there. They can't quite keep him out at the moment.
NG scoreboard 4-6-30 to the Northern Knights, 1 behind, and the Technica time clock has ticked over to
4 minutes in. Up they go, tapped away. They can't break away again. Stingrays getting clear possession. Down towards half forward it goes. It bounced out the back. Andrews runs and carries. He does this so well. Gets it to Petrocelli. He'll look to go inboard, but uses his pace to outrun his opponent. Oh, he ran through 2 of them. Gets past them. And a kick on goal down towards that forward pocket. He is just showing us some
if
party
that goes
tricks.
Through, that is goal of the year in the AFL.
Just about. Some real party tricks there through Petrocelli. And I think I'm starting to get a number 1 in mind, Crooksy.
Oh, absolutely.
He hasn't been discussed at that, but he's right in amongst it. Ball underneath us here, almost centre wing, and the ball will be thrown in.
As we tick over 5 minutes on the Technica time clock in the second term here at Preston City Oval. Umpire throws the ball back into play. Grace tapped it out the back. Worked out in favour of Clark, though, for the Stingrays. Handball to Hamill. His kick smothered. Petrocelli coming through. Feeds the handball. And the Knights trying to work it backwards. Cofield spins around. Went in the direction of Grace. Also there in support was Wilson. Got stripped to the footy, close to the boundary line. Will be seen over. The umpire says, throw it in.
Took him on well there, Wilson, and used his pace. Got around him.
Throw it in. Half forward flank, broadcast side for the Knights. They're 1 behind. Stingrays 4-6-30 on the NG scoreboard. Grace, just got a fingertip to it. Comes out the back. Murphy chasing onto it. Got it over the top. Was looking for Fletcher. Got bumped off the footy. Coming through Bateman. He got bumped off it as well. Wild gave the handball over the top to Randall. Goes inside attacking 50 with the kick. Wasn't great. And the Stingrays are able to work it out of defence, but then straight down the throat of Shea. Half forward. Gave the handball off to Cofield. Long ball straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. That's the Knights first. Nick Cofield getting on the board there. They move to 1-1-7. The Stingrays for 6:30 on the NG scoreboard. 6.5 gone in the second term on the Technica time clock.
Always like a captain's goal. Sometimes the captain just has to steady the ship, steer him up straight. Got the call, took it at just outside 50, used the breeze well, and that was a goal from the minute it left his boot.
Back in the middle. Bit of pushing and shoving. Anyway, Williams with the tap out. He's got a runner in Hunter Clark. Gets it down towards half forward. Not quite there yet out of that centre square, but we'll have another ball up. They're getting their numbers around the ball pretty well, the Stingrays. Got a lot of options once they get it. And Williams again with the jump. They get a quick kick inside 50. Good use of the body by Young. But eventually, oh no, can't quite clear it, the Knights, but there was a heavy tackle laid. And the umpire will come in and ball it up where at about 40 metres out. The Stingrays kicking into the breeze towards the market end of the ground. Big leap by Baker, gets it down beautifully to Gillard. Or a bit of a push out, but overcooked it again. And we've got a contest on our hands just outside centre wing there. They're trying to break free. Shea gets it out the back. Oliver Stapleton with the kick down towards full forward. Oh, it clears everyone. But what was kept in nicely, but Stingrays should be able to clear here with a handball. They run into trouble. Again with numbers around the footy, got them out of trouble. And they'll kick towards half back. Nice trap there by Allen. Keeps it inboard. Eventually it'll work back to the Knights. This is a dangerous one. Jamison Shea gets to 55, pops it up towards the goal square. Up they go. Petrocelli with a fly. Juggles it, but couldn't get the second grab. They'll clear it nicely here. Out the back door to Piper. Piper for Dandenong. Runs around. Does well with the handball out the back. Gets back the 1-2. Runs around his opponent as if he wasn't there. Goes on the left. Kicks down towards half forward. This is favouring the Knights through Randall. He should be able to clear, but where has he gone? He's gone to a Dandenong player there and couldn't quite understand that little kick. But Allen has taken the mark 40 metres out, directly in front.
Joel Randall will regret that. He had one player clear and he tried to kick that on the outside of his right boot.
Yep, that's where you go the left every time.
Or, if you're not confident, flip around, do a circle and come back the other way to the safety of the boundary.
So this time we'll have a shot on goal and Allen comes in and kicks pretty straight, just touched on the line. See that ball held up, Matt? Only about 40 metres out, that one.
Got away with it there, the Knighters.
So Binion to kick in.
Binion looks for options. Decides to go straight up the middle. That's a thumping kick into the middle of Preston City Oval. Comes off hands to Murphy. Spins around, sends it towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Turned over. Gillard, been impressive for the Knights. Kicks it towards centre wing broadcast side. Wild takes the mark. Chips it inboard. Mark taken here by Stapleton. He goes inside attacking 50. Long kick. Comes off hands, out the back of the contest. Tomorrow ran around traffic, got brought to ground. Stingrays on the last line of defence, able to mop up the kick. Travelling wide. Stay in play for Murphy. It does, but he's under pressure, and then he just sent the handball out in hope. The umpire says throw it in.
Second time in 3 minutes a player not using his left boot.
It was an instant goal if he goes to his left. He would have given himself an extra yard as well. Tamara there would have been a goal. Throw in with 45 out from the Northern Knights goal. They'll get it and clear through Hope. He'll go long towards centre wing. Oh, great body work that time by Binion. Gets on the left and kicks towards centre half forward. Up they go. It's thumped away. Underneath it, Tamara trying to paddle it out. It's out the back door to ZJ. He'll paddle it along, get it towards his teammate in Hogan, who's all over it here. The umpire will ball it up. We're about 60 metres out from the Northern Knights goal, kicking with the breeze. Tap down towards forward 50. Play on's the call. We've got a group of players trying to get it cleared. Ends up out the back to Murphy. Now he'll give it to Gillard, who intercepts. A bit of volleyball going on. Now they'll stream through the middle of the Stingrays and out in front Beautiful mark to Williams. Williams, he'll kick long towards full forward. Oh, they've got it in the van here, and they'll kick towards goal. Nance Scarwin has done it again. He's kicked his third. He's a real opportunist, and that moves the scoreboard on to 5-7-37. The Dandenong Stingrays to the Northern Knights, 1-1-7. That's on the NG scoreboard, 12 minutes into this second quarter Technica time clock.
Dandenong making every opportunity count. We don't have access to all the stats, but inside entry into 50, their percentage for scoring must be fairly high in the second quarter, something the Knights weren't able to do. Especially
going into the breeze as well. It's thrown back into the air. Comes off hands. Stingrays were able to move it forward. It comes out wide. Baker takes it just inside the boundary line. His kick, ordinary. Piper went through his hands. Shea kicks it towards centre half forward. High ball. Players hurt himself there for the Knights as well. Fletcher running through, gave the handball off to Plumridge. Comes back to the deck. Knights able to get the turnover. A kick inside, attacking 50 there from Stapleton. High ball over the back of the pack. Cofield chasing after it. Will roll over the boundary line and out of play. That player that went down was Penrith for the Knights. Trying to get up high and then...
Might have landed awkwardly there by the look of things.
Straight back on his backside.
We'll have a throw in beside the goal post. Knights desperate to get some scoreboard action happening. And Grace this time gets the front position. Taps it down. Shea having a good quarter. Kicks it, not quite the required 10 metres. They're trying to break away that time through ZJ. The Northern Knights intercept here through Ollie Stapleton.
He's having a purple patch.
Yeah, he's having a good quarter. So is Jamison Shea.
Jamison Shea should have got on the left boot as well, Rick.
Yeah, that's
we need
3
to talk
times.
about this.
Yeah, not sure what their tactics are there, but this time we've got Stapleton to kick from 42 metres out, almost directly in front. Got the breeze behind him.
They need
Let's
this.
see if it's a bit of right to left or not, Matt. And Stapleton comes in. Nice approach. Kicks a little bit right, off the side of the boot, through from behind. 1-2-8, plays 5-7-37. And this time we'll have the kick taken by, looks like Davies there, Matt.
Yeah, he'll bring it back into play. And, it's a horrible kick off the boot. Back into the hands there of Stapleton. His shot on goal. Gets it.
He's got it.
Yes, all clear.
Good answering goal there from Oliver Stapleton. He would have set himself for that set shot. Just sprayed it to the right. But the modern day player, Rick, he loves kicking across the ball, getting that Sheridan across his boot, putting the side spin on it and just turning it round, and that was a lovely shot at goal. 2-2-14 to 5-7-37 on the NG scoreboard. The Technica time clock just ticked over
15-minute mark of the second quarter. And they kick towards centre half forward here, the Stingrays. Dumped away, still in attack, just trying to break through was Clark. Can't quite get away. They might ping someone here. We've got about 18 players around this contest. The umpire will ball it up. We're right on the 50-metre mark almost. And Dandenong attacking into the breeze. Preston Market into the ground. Grace with the big leap, gets a tap out. Kick smothered out of the pack. Again, a lot of congestion around this footy. There was a holding, and this time the Stingrays will get the free kick, and Cotter has it. Cotter gets it out the back, that time to Clark. He'll go long. Oh, huge leap by DeConning, or it was Williams, sorry. They get it to ground, and hasn't he got a massive leap on him? They're trying to break free of the pack. Again, Knights with the numbers around the footy, just holding up play. But he has got a massive jump on him, Bailey Williams.
It's the second time he's done that. First time he was able to take the mark, that time around just went through his fingers.
Now it's tapped down to the front. They're trying to force it through. Now it spills out the back door. A chance to get clear, but great tackling there. That time the tackler was Wilson, and he'll get rewarded, and the Knights should be able to clear just can't quite get the ball off
50 metres.
his opponent.
Good
and,
umpiring. Good
and
umpiring.
Wilson might have sucked him in there too, trying to get it out, rip it out of the hand.
Yeah.
And the Dandenong player didn't want a bar of it. And he'll play on straight away. Jamison Shea takes it. Oh, dump. Sells the dummy. Kicks down towards full forward. Up Tamara goes. Brings it to ground. Petrocelli swings it around the corner and did it so easily and put it through. Another one to the Knights. And they move on to 3-2-20. And they trail the Stingrays, who are 5-7-37 on the NG scoreboard. And we're 17 minutes in on the technical time clock, second quarter action.
An AFL Draft Central Goal of the Day contender as well. Just swooped on that footy and got booped the ball straight away. And in the context of the game, this next 6 or 7 minutes will give us a good indicator of where both teams are.
Work their way back into the game here, the Knights. TAC goes away with Williams. Popped out the back to Gillard, slams it on his boot. High ball towards centre half forward. Got punched out of the hands of Tamaro, still in favour of the Knights. The handball inboard to Shea, under pressure, fed it out to Bell. Bell got stripped to the footy. Hamill able to dish the handball off to his running teammate in Plumridge. High ball towards the centre wing. No one wanted it that time around. McDonald went in, gets wrapped up. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Broadcast side of the ground. Attacking side of the wing for the Knights. They trail by 17 points. Ruckman missed it. Grace followed it up, tried to get the handball out. Zajay, I hope that is, goes out to...
There's a couple of hard ones today in Dandenong side.
Hope. He got stripped of the footy. Stingray still with the numbers. Fletcher will get it back. Handballs it. They're on the centre wing outer side now, the Stingrays. Comes back in ball to Hope. Has to come backwards again. Now a kick over the top. Just goes the distance to Clark. Decides to play on. Whacks it on the right boot, but straight down the throat there of Cofield in defence.
Jamison Shea with the take at half back. Gives off the handball. Want to be good. They're in trouble here, the Knights. Dandenong getting players around. Just holding up Jamison Shea there. And we'll have a ball up. And Binion getting up from underneath it all. Ball up straight away. Grace with a tap out. Oh, shark beautifully by Gillard. Gets it down towards the wing area. Fable gives it to Tamaro. He gets wide to Ethan Penrith. He does the push away. Managed to scrub it further afield. Tamaro gets it inside 50. Gets tackled. Play on's a call and we'll have a ball up. Holding the ball. Oof. Bit hot. Taken away by Plumridge for Dandenong. This is dangerous, but gets it out to Hope. They did well to get away there. Kicks it inside. Nanscorn gets it to the front. They should be able to run with it now and get it towards centre wing, but here's a clearance coming up. Andrews gets it, runs into trouble. Oh, they did well there, Dandenong. They were off and running there, the Knights, and were able to hold it up in the middle of the ground.
17-point lead to the Stingrays. Ruckman again missed it that time around. Murphy whacked it on his boot. It went straight down the throat of Wilson at half back. Decides to play on, dodges traffic, kicks it wide, go the distance, and Bell did get there to take the mark. Defensive side of centre wing. High ball towards half forward. Tamaro takes it. Nice grab there on the half-forward flank broadcast side. Tamaro goes inside attacking 50. Stingrays, though, able to cut it off thanks to Patterson in defence. High ball comes out wide. Be taken here by Jackson Allen. Goes short. Just possession footy at the moment. Bateman takes the mark. Still half-back flank broadcast side for the Stingrays. Doesn't know where to go. Knights have done well to lock it in. Now he's under pressure to get rid of it. It's a hopeful kick, sitting underneath it and taking the grab, Tom Murphy. Congested in front of him. Doesn't know where to go. The switch not opening up for him. Decides to go short, just through the fingers of Gillard. Stays in play. No, it doesn't. Darcy seeing it over the boundary line and out of play. Centre wing, broadcast side. 21 and a half gone on the Technica time clock. It's 3-2-20 the Knights. The Stingrays leading 5-7-37 on the NG scoreboard, Rick.
Hudson up against Williams this time. Goes over the back. Penrith led in the race for it. Gillard gets it. Gets caught with it. Trying to get it out the back. He does well to get the handball out into the clear. Shea gets it. Nice handball to Caulfield. Caulfield finds Penrith. He runs to 50. Runs out of trouble. Kicks long towards Petruccelli direction. Deep on the goal line. And through for a behind it goes. And did well there. Jamison Shea again in the action. They'll play on straight away from full back and kick long. Oh, nice mark over the back, Hope. Really good take there at half back. He'll play on. They'll move it forward further afield and kick to the centre wing. It finds Andrews of the Knights. He gives it off to that player in Hudson. They'll work it inside 50. All Dandenong by the look of it. And a nice mark there to that man again in Patterson, who's having a good game there in defence. Hard to get past, but he pulls the kick. Luckily it went to the Dandenong Stingrays player in Darcy. They'll play on through the middle and go wide to a one-on-one. Good spoil there. Caulfield brings it down to ground. Piper and Caulfield. Caulfield does well to beat two players there. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll be happy with that result.
You could just watch him. He knew what he had to do then to beat the two of them.
Ball to be thrown in underneath us here, grandstand side. Young Hudson, Zachary Hudson. Oh, he throws his player out of the way there. I don't think you can do that to Bailey Williams that easily. And the umpire will ball it. Will give him the free kick, sorry. He kicks it out to Tommy Murphy. He runs around and kicks it under pressure up towards centre half forward. Knights get numbers back. Oh, they run into trouble. Bit too casual there. Should be able to work out the handball, but it was well intercepted. Petruccelli with the handoff. Now they'll kick it long towards half forward. Over the back it'll go. Looks like Tamara runs to 50. He'll just pop it up to the square. And we've got a one-on-one. Great body work, Shea.
Great footy.
Really good play by Tamara. He didn't blaze away. He knew Shea had that position at the back, and he was able to work his player under it, and Shea will kick the goal.
Great work
4-2-26 to 5-7-37 on the NG scoreboard. 4 minutes in Technica time clock.
Great setup there by the Northern Knights. Adam Tamaro just saw the length of the footy there, the length of the kick, read it better than anyone, was able to run on without breaking stride, and his kick was at the goals. If the bit of luck, the breeze just catches it, it may even go through itself, but he had a player there, and good body work by Jamison Shea, who just edged his opponent underneath the ball and took it on his chest.
Back in the middle, Hudson pushed it down for the Knights. Hope got wrapped up. Knights still with the footy, going to ground Fable. Ball emerges at the back. Smith was chasing after it, collected and then got collected. Umpire calls play on. The non-officiating umpire said it was too high. And a free kick will go the way of William Smith. Dishes off the handball to Piper. Got brought to ground. Good pressure there from Wilson. Penrith coming through. Feeds the handball out wide. Knights will send it inside, attacking 50. Shea sitting underneath it. Might have got a shove and did.
Rick, I'm so glad our games are we've got vision. The pickup of Ethan Penrith was like off a football card 30 years ago. That was just poetry.
Fantastic skill, and interesting to see Petruccelli and Shea changing around that full forward area, causing a few problems for Dandenong.
So Stapleton, Shea, to come in for his second in as many minutes.
Straight through.
Stabs at it, but it goes through. He gets two. And they move to 5-2-32. Well, the Northern Knights, 5-7-37. The Stingrays on the NG scoreboard. 26 gone on the Technica time clock in the second term.
We spoke about 5 minutes ago how this 5 minutes of the game would set the game up one way or the other, and the Knights have been able to just cash in. As it's hard work going into that breeze, and the Stingrays might be just feeling it, running out a little bit of petrol before half time.
And they've kicked 3 goals into this breeze, the Stingrays, so that first quarter. Just didn't get enough out of it. Now it'll end up with ZJ. He goes towards half forward. Good spoil. Grace with the hands. The big ruckman didn't quite get where they wanted it. They should be able to clear here through Smith. Dandenong gives it to DeConning, but the siren goes. And that is half-time here at Preston City Oval. The Northern Knights, the home team, 5-2-32. Trail Dandenong Stingrays 5-7-37 is what has evened up as a really good game of footy.
Have you got the goal kickers, Rick?
Now we've got 2 to Jamison Shea of the Northern Knights, 1 to Stapleton, 1 to Caulfield and 1 to Petruccelli. And for the Dandenong Stingrays, Jay Nanscoen with 3 and 2 to DeConning.
Good work there. Great game. That the game is anybody's at the moment. We're going to take a break, and on the other side of this, we're going to talk to Patrick Nash from the Northern Knights. You're listening to TAC Cup Radio and watching TAC Cup live through the TAC Cup website.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to FootyProfit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years.
As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back here at Preston City Oval, and we've got a good game on our hands. Northern Knights 5-3-33. Just trail the Dandenong Stingrays 5-7-37, and there's a bit of a breeze here at Kramer Street Oval where the Northern Knights were able to capitalise that quarter. And we've got a special guest for half-time. We'd like to take the opportunity to welcome Patrick Nash for the Northern Knights. Not out there today, Patrick, but great to have you on TAC Cup Radio,
Cheers,
mate.
Thanks for having me.
Fantastic, mate. What's the reason you're not playing today?
School footy. So I had school footy yesterday.
Okay, who are you playing for?
Dandenong.
Okay, and how did you go yesterday, and what sort of role did you play?
We went to Marston and lost by about 9 goals there.
Okay.
I played more midfield predominantly most of the day, and then second half more forward. But we just got outclassed in the end.
And you would have played against some teammates, did you, at Marsland? Got a few here at the Knights. Few were premiership players last year, of course.
Yeah. We played against Feder, Alex Federico, Josh Broderick. A couple of those boys. It was fun to play against your mates, I guess, but then pretty annoyed to lose to them at the same time.
Now, your start to the season personally, Patrick, we've seen you on the forward line a bit, and where have you mostly played at the Knights?
Mostly at Knights. I played predominantly forward, as you said, probably mix of everywhere as well. If need me down back, I've been down back a bit, and also in the middle. I think it's just good to be a versatile player.
Fantastic. And just winding the clock back, mate, your junior career, where did you play your first footy?
I played all my footy juniors at Ivanhoe Junior Footy Club. I live in Ivanhoe, so it's just pretty easy.
All right, terrific. Now, for some of the listeners may remember, your father played for Richmond and Port Adelaide, Chris Nash.
Yep.
And, so you're eligible if you're good enough, I suppose, Patrick, to be drafted by Richmond.
Yeah.
What's the talk there?
Obviously, I've just tried, I've worked with them a bit during pre-season and stuff, but they can't say much to me with regards to draft. But, I'm just trying to get a kick now, so hopefully they can.
Yep, so where do they do that? Where do you train, and if you're in touch with Richmond there?
Yeah. I got my manager as well, Nick Gajan, so he sort of talks some more about just like what they think, how I can improve and stuff, as well as me. I'll chat to them as well. But training wise, I'm more trained with them at Punt Road, their home ground, obviously. Okay,
is that awe-inspiring, or how's the feeling being around those surroundings?
It's pretty. Because I've done it for a couple of years now. The first year was pretty eye-opening. Like training with Koch and Dusty Martin every day, and it was pretty weird at first. Like did you dream to play for Richmond, or has been mine anyway, to play there my whole life? So it's just, I don't know, it was pretty weird at first, but got used to it.
How do you cope with the pressure or the expectation of being associated with a league footballer as your father? Are you dealing with that well, or does it not play on your mind?
I guess there's not a lot of pressure. I don't really put pressure on myself that much. I just pretty much go out there and perform, control what I can control pretty much. But with Dad, he helps me out tremendously, especially with off-field stuff, like how I act off the field, how he can make me a better person, how I can do that myself as well. He's been good in that sense, but on field, he's been unreal as well.
And being in the Knights system now for a couple of seasons, how are you finding this year?
It's a lot. I reckon the vibe around the place is a lot better to what it was last year. I think we brought in obviously a new coaching staff. We sort of just wiped the slate clean pretty much, and just the feeling throughout all the players, staff, everyone's just excited for the year ahead. yeah, everyone's just enjoying themselves.
And today's game, it looked obvious to me that there was a plan from that back line to play short, kick short into the breeze. Was that discussed prior to the game, or were you out there kicking the footy?
Nah, we're just trying. I think we're just trying to take control of the game, sort of control it out of their back half, and then obviously you've seen Jamo push forward. He's kicked the 2 late goals, which has been important. Just make the most of our opportunities, pretty much. And
what height are you, Patrick?
I'm 181 centimetres.
All right, because your dad was 173, so you might have the edge there, mate.
He's a little fella.
And you look a skillful type from what I've seen. What do you think your strengths or your best at?
My strengths are probably my reading the game, my kicking, using my penetrating kick, and just reading the play off half-back or midfield wherever I play. That's what I feel, yeah.
And even though you've had a few ties with Richmond, is there anyone in the AFL that you model your game on or you'd like to play like?
I sort of go to AFL games and sort of pick out a player each game I watch, whether it be a Jeremy Howe from Collingwood where he plays off half-back and takes intercept marks, or a Cam Guthrie from Geelong. Those are the 2 main blokes I sort of try to model my game on, but I sort of just go to games and look at players and see or just take what they do and then use them from there, take them from there.
And where do you find yourself at home on the ground? Where's your favourite position?
I played midfield all my life, juniors, but I think half-back I enjoy the most, especially with Knights helping me out with that. I probably need to work on my defensive game a little bit more with regards to locking down on a player, but I think I use my strengths like my run and reading the game off half-back well. Reading the game well off half-back, yeah. I think, I enjoy playing half-back, but also love the middle.
And what's your hopes for the future, mate? Do you think you're a chance?
I don't know. I'm sort of trying to take it game by game at the moment. I'm not trying to look too far into the future. As I said, just trying to control what I can control at the moment. And
as you discussed, the differences between the Knights team from last year, where this year you've actually got 3 wins on the board already.
Yeah.
Do you see much of a chance later in the season when it gets down to the business end of the section for the Northern Knights?
Yeah, I see us going pretty deep into finals with our best side on the park, without schoolboys, obviously. With schoolboys, sorry. I see us going pretty deep into finals because I think we got the talent and I think we're all working hard, and that's our goal, to win it and do well in finals, obviously.
Do you find it hard to juggle the schoolboy footy and the TAC Cup, or is it fairly seamless between the two?
It's pretty... I think I've adapted to... I think last year was probably more difficult, being a bottom major as well with Knights. I just think you need to be on top of your communication organisation stuff outside of footy, and just letting everyone know. That's probably the most important thing.
And just on your teammates, is there a couple there that you think are just the wow factor when you go to training and watch them work? Who do you look up to there?
Well, funny you say wow factor because Petch is he's probably one that everyone's probably spoken about.
I probably cheated a bit there, didn't I?
Petch's leap and his speed is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You just can't keep up with him. Koff, obviously, the skipper, he's been unreal so far without the year, and probably he's become more consistent when he's gone into the middle. He played more half-back last year, obviously, but I think he's added another string to his bow with him playing in the middle. And then, blokes like Bakes as well, down back. He's probably the one that everyone's seen improve. He wasn't even in the system last year, and he's just come out of nowhere. So he's been unreal. Yeah,
they're giving him a few roles, aren't they? Down back and taking the ruck throw-ins in that back line. Yourself and with you playing in the Northern Knights and getting a bit of publicity out there, are the girls knocking on your door trying to get to meet you there, Patrick?
No, I've got a missus, so
she's going all right.
To a minimum.
All right, mate. We like to ask that question each week. But really good to have a chat, Patrick, and I wish you well in the future. Hopefully we'll see your name up in bigger lights than TAC Cup Radio in the future, mate. And like to thank Patrick Nace for joining TAC Cup Radio.
Amy. Thanks, boys.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark.
Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM Media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
And half-time here at Preston City Oval, and the Northern Knights 5-3-33 just trail the Dandenong Stingrays 5-7-37. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was a game of two halves of two quarters where the goals were kicked late in the quarter down to the Bell Street end, and maybe a little bit of fatigue came into it, but I was very impressed the way Dandenong got goals early into the breeze, to the market end or to the northern end of the ground, and they put up a good little lead there, and the Knights really needed to peg back, which they did. A lot of players, Rick, with blonde hair and their hair in ties or buns or whatever they wear these days. But very impressed with Andrews, Gillard, Brodie Bell, not hasn't got the blonde hair, but Stapleton, Tamara, Fable and Shea, and Mitchie Wild as well, getting the ball down there quickly, and also Sam Binion. For the Dandenong Stingrays, can't help but be impressed with Nans Cowan and DeConing. Tommy DeConing up forward, give them two good targets, and Hunter Clark in the middle. And as you know, I've got a thing about ruckman. I like the ruckman in the game, and I think both ruckmen are doing an excellent job. Bailey Williams has got a leap on him like Superman.
Yeah, he's a real athlete, Bailey, and up against Joel Grace, more your 199 tall type ruckman, where the other one's a little bit more mobile, Williams, and of course you've got a 200 centimetre forward in Tom DeConing, and we've been told that's the right pronunciation.
Yes.
Everyone gets it wrong, but as this
Not us.
boy goes forward, we'll be calling him Tom DeConing, because his mum actually told us.
She did.
So I'll take her word over anybody.
And the one lesson we've learnt is there's a lot of mums and dads in the stand, and we're calling out in the open today. So we've got Mitch Wild's mum just down here, so don't ping him for anything as you go. Yes, Rick.
That's
Remember
good.
the day we had a crack at the umpire, and it was the umpire's mum was sitting behind
That's
us.
right, yeah.
She wasn't
But she
happy
was
up at Bendigo.
she was all right.
You guys are making me a little nervous.
No, for good reason. All right, second half action. Take it away, Rick.
In the middle. They throw the ball up, and a great tap down by Williams. Sharked away by Fable, and couldn't quite get the kick in. Now Plumridge gets it down for the Stingrays. Down towards half forward. Smith gets it. Well, he got around, but got tackled beautifully that time by player there in Wilson. Wilson doing some good things across half back. And it will have the throw in, 45 out. Dandenong attacking with the breeze. Tapped out by Grace out of the danger zone temporarily towards the boundary line. Petrocelli underneath it, trying to work it clear. He's got two tacklers. The umpire will ball it up, 65 out from Dandy's goal. Stingrays will want to use the wind a little better this quarter. Kick accurately. Now they'll get it out the back door. Andrews with the kick out of trouble. And great mark, Caulfield. The captain of the Knights goes wide. He's got his teammate there, and he's found Binion. He'll chip it over towards Penrith, over half forward. If he can just get it off quickly. He takes a bounce. Takes two bounces. He'll go on the left, or he chipped over the top of Wild there. Left him on the ground, and the umpire will ball it up. Will ball it in, sorry. We're 25 out from goal. And probably should have done better there, the Knights. Ball in. This time Williams against Grace again. Grace gets the front posse. No clear winner there. They should be able to work it out of here, Dandenong. And they do. Fletcher gets it with the handball to Hope. Hope will run along the wing, and he chipped under it a bit towards half forward. They bring it to ground. Good take by Darcy. Goes inboard again to Plumridge. They're working it across centre half forward. Trying to work it out. Darcy with the hand over it into a dangerous territory. Nanscorn gets it out the front and kicked beautifully into that dangerous spot. 15 metres out from goal, and DeConing takes the mark. Let out in front, and the kick was just out beautifully for him. He's going to kick from 20 metres now. And we've got a good sider on this one. Kicking to the city end of the ground, and DeConing comes in on the left and kicks through. That's a goal. Just get a little lead now, 6-7-43. The Stingrays to the Knights, 5-3-33 on the NG scoreboard. We're 3 minutes into this third quarter on the Technica time clock.
Good work there by Nans Cowan, Rick, just to set that goal up. And it was just a little flat punt pass, very unusual. Just hit the belly of the ball.
Yep.
And it didn't put too much on it for the leading DeConing, and they're doing very well up forward, those two.
Williams gets the tap for the Stingrays, comes to ground, just scrapping for it in the middle of Preston City Oval at the moment. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Clark being the one tackled, getting up off the bottom of the pack. Still on top of the cricket pitch area. Williams flies high, brought it down. Clark got stripped of the footy, but the Stingrays are able to work it forward. Bouncing ball collected there by Morris. Ball comes to ground. Stingrays just try and paddle it forward. Knights applying the pressure on the half-back flank. The umpire hovering, letting things go, and then says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Just outside attacking 50 on the outer side for the Stingrays. Hold a 10-point lead, early stages, third term. And they'll get a kick inside attacking 50. High ball. Goes past everyone. Hope, though, with the pace, goes into the pocket. He fumbled. De Koning close to the line. The ball stays in play, just looping handball backwards. It's a long handball. Zyj gets brought to ground and the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. 45 out from goal, broadcast side for the Stingrays. Ball up. Tap. Went the way there of Baker. Comes to ground. Hope is holding the footy and the free kick to go the way of the Knights.
He just saw a space through the middle of that pack and took it, but just couldn't break through that last tackle. Oh, big leap out the back, but Petrocelli at the front was the one who took the mark, and he will give off the handball to Grace. This is dangerous with the big ruckman, kicking it down towards half forward, and there's that man, Patterson, Angus Patterson in defence, been very strong in the air. He'll kick long. That's a high ball, and the big ruckman go up. Petrocelli, he's great to watch, this kid.
He just flew then, got no ride. That was just all leap.
Jack Petrocelli, he's gone long this time. They've got a player there in the square, and it was taken, quickly moved on to Stapleton, chipped out the front, kick didn't quite go where it was intended, and they should be able to clear here this time. Plumridge for the Stingrays gets it down, good spoil there. Play on's a call. They'll work it through the middle. Knights get back and get possession through Bell. They've got players jumping over it left, right and centre, trying to work it out of that problem area. Out the back door it goes. Bit of they're playing a bit of volleyball out there. Eventually it goes out the back. They're working it towards half forward now through Clark. Dandenong trying to work it clear. Eventually out of bounds it goes. Wasn't a very clear passage, Crooks.
You mentioned earlier, Rick, in the first quarter, the Northern Knights forwards playing behind their men and they're getting caught each time because the ball's dropping in front of them. Still doing the same.
So this time we've got it in the half-back area, Northern Knights to take the free kick. Binion will go long down the line. We've got a big fly there. They bring it to ground. Gillard with the handball out. Again, runs into a congested area. Gillard goes and gets it again. Now we'll have a holding the ball free kick, and they'll play on straight away and kick towards Tamaro. He'll go wide. He finds Stapleton. He runs to 50. Kicks a grubber down towards the forward line. They should be able to clear through Hamill. He'll go long towards centre wing. Good spoil. Sees it in the hands of Gillard. He's done the 1%ers beautifully today. And he gets it and kicks towards centre half forward. Out in front it goes. They tap it out of the problem area there, Dandenong. And they kick it very wide. And this will allow Caulfield to run onto it for the Northern Knights. He runs around, does it beautifully, and hits up Ethan Penrith, but he lost control and out of bounds it goes. Not happy with himself there, Penrith, because that was great play by Caulfield.
All class, the skipper of the Northern Knights, Nick Caulfield from the Eltham Footy Club.
Boundary throw in, centre wing broadcast side. Tap went the way of Hogan, got brought to ground, chasing after it Murphy. Penrith goes at it again, just can't get control of it. All wrapped up is Cotter on the half-back flank broadcast side. We'll get a ball up. 10-point lead to the Stingrays on the NG scoreboards, approaching the 8-minute mark of the third term on the Technica time clock. Ball up, half-forward flank. Tap goes the way of Hogan. Murphy kicks it. High ball, centre half forward, went over the top of the contest, comes to ground, chasing after it, Binion was able to flick it backwards. Now it's just bobbling around inside 50 for the Stingrays. Ball emerged, De Koning trying to get the handball out of the contest. Binion whacks it on the boot in hope.
And a strong
collision. Great mark taken there by the Stingrays. The kick comes inside attacking 50. It was a wobbler straight off the boot through for a behind.
William Smith with that courageous effort, backing back into trouble and taking the mark. Now they'll play on here through Andrews. He'll give it over. And Gillard, racking up the positions this quarter, gets it wide to Caulfield. Caulfield from the back pocket. He'll run around and kick down towards a contest. They bring it to ground. Fable gets out, grubs it forward towards centre wing. And almost a big clash, but they get it out through Shea. Handball out. He gives it out to Fable. Fable runs to the left and he chips it towards 50. Wild chasing opponent there. Eventually it spills out the back. There goes a tackle, and the tackle will be paid to the player there that's Piper, Reece Piper. Piper goes short, and ZJ gets it. Ali ZJ at halfback for Dandenong. Just weighing up his options, looking to go short, and he goes backwards a long way there. And they'll work it wide. Oh, they got the loose man out nicely there. That was Davies with the kick. They'll get it inboard to halfback. And we've got a little chip pass there to Hamill. They'll work it down towards centre wing. Beautifully steered that day. That position there taking the mark was Tom Hogan. Down towards full forward. They bring it to ground. Andrews will mop up. Give it out wide. He's got a handball out in the direction of Serrana. They'll work it down towards halfback. Now they'll work it to the wing. Baker takes the mark. Well, that was wild. He'll go inboard to Caulfield. Long kick to a contest. Grace was up to it and he takes the mark.
Grace, centre wing out of side for the Knights. Kicks it down along the boundary line. Pushed underneath it there was Stapleton. And will he get the free kick? He will. Just outside attacking 50 for the Knights. They trail by 11 points. Approaching the 11-minute mark of the third term on the Technica time clock. Stapleton's already kicked two this morning. High ball. It's going to land at the top of the goal square. Comes off hands. Stingrays with the numbers. Need to be clean. They were, but then a great tackle by Tamaro sees the ball wrapped up about 15 out from goal.
The Knights have got to keep the ball in here and get a goal while it's up.
As the tap goes the way of Hogan. Tamaro was hovering, but the ball just went past him. Stingrays get a release towards the centre wing broadcast side. Taking it on the half volley, Randall gave it off to Iozzi. His handball towards Caulfield. Went past him. Stingrays have an opportunity through Clark. A kick out wide will hit up Allen. He's at centre half back. Looks for options. Gets the hurry up now, called to play on. He'll go short. Mark taken out there by Bateman. Goes towards the centre wing. Huswaite takes the mark. High ball inside attacking 50. Holding ground there, Mark Baker.
Great courage.
And he sent the handball backwards. Caulfield had time to compose himself.
Gee, lucky there.
Downfield free kick though. Caulfield getting knocked off the footy.
Thank God barracks for the Knights in the second half.
Very lucky. So taking it Harrison Grace this time. And they'll work it clear. They're at half-back now. The Northern Knights through Uzelak. He'll go back towards half-back, and Andrews gives it over to Baker. They've worked it away nicely here, and they'll chip it out wide to Iozzi. And it'll beat all comers over the boundary line underneath us here in the grandstand. And we'll have a ball in. And the ruckman this time to go for it, Hudson up against Hogan. Hogan taps it to the front, sharked away, Tamaro gives off the handball, now scoring, gives it away and kick smothered, but still got a bit of ground to make. And Hogan gets it out to DeConing, over the back to Fletcher. He gets all tied up by Fable. The umpire let it go, and we're 55 out from the Dandenong goal. Still the 1 goal this quarter with the breeze. 1 goal, 2 to Dandenong. And the Knights haven't scored. Out the back, Fletcher goes down towards the running player there. They're just trying to get a shot on goal here, and that they will. Dribbles towards the boundary line, just through for a behind, and now they'll move on to 6-9-45 the Stingrays, the Northern Knights 5-3-33.
Another player that could have got onto his left if he really wanted to.
As the Knights bring it back in to play through, Caulfield hits up Binion, back pocket out of side for the Knights. He'll go further afield, looking for Uzlaki. He takes the mark, still in the back pocket out of side. Goes down along the boundary line. It's possession footy at the moment. Mark taken out there by Iozzi. He'll go long with the kick. High ball, centre wing. Good fist there applied by Fletcher. Sees the ball over the boundary line and out of play. We'll get a throw in. Defensive side of centre wing for the Knights. They're 5-3-33. Dandenong 6-9-45. On the NG scoreboard. Approaching the 15-minute mark of the third term on the Technica time clock. Ball brought back into play. Ruckman got pushed underneath it. Stingrays through Clark. At the half-forward area. Good tackle applied by Fable, but the Stingrays are able to work it out the back. A shot on goal goes wide, minor score. So they move to 6-10-46. The Knights 5-3-33 on the NG scoreboard.
Which way is it going to go this game, boys, do you reckon?
Well, they've got to hit the scoreboard more here, the Dandenong Stingrays. They're getting some behinds, but we've got an intercept here in the meantime. Lockie Young takes the mark. He's 45 out. And we are almost 16 minutes into this third quarter. I'd say this is a pretty big kick, this. They need an advantage. Kicking with the breeze at the moment, Dandenong. And here comes Young, 45 out, kicks towards the left of the goalpost and through for another behind. They're just racking up the behinds at the moment.
Similar to the first term where they had all the scoring opportunities but didn't take the impact on the scoreboard.
Now Caulfield runs around, dummies, gives off the handball, and Andrews, the look-away kick. I haven't seen too many of them before.
Clever.
And did very well to Iozzi, and Iozzi is at half-back and kicks long on the left.
Here we go.
Up they go, huge pack of players. Nice grab out in the middle there, Sinclair. And then he gets his kick smothered, but ended up with Fable. He handballed to a player that ran off the bench there in Murphy. Murphy gives it off, eventually to Smith. Smith goes inboard towards centre half forward. Dangerous posse here. Nice take there on the right foot there, Morris. Again, could have gone the left and through for a behind. Players not wanting to use their left today.
Left foot again, Rick.
They're non-preferred and just making harder work of it.
Caulfield to bring the ball back into play. The captain for the Knights decides to go towards the outer side. It's a high ball getting across to Koning. Keeps the ball in play. Work the handball there to Hope. Ball ends up over the boundary line though, and we'll get a throw in just inside attacking 50 on the outer side for the Stingrays. They're 6-12-48. The Knights 5-3-33 on the NG scoreboard. The umpire to send the ball back into play. Hudson and De Koning to go up in the battle. De Koning went to ground. Hudson ended up with the footy. Got collected immediately. And then the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Right on the 50-metre arc on the outer side for the Stingrays. Umpire puts it into the air. Tap goes the way of the Knights. They get a hurried kick out of the contest, but the Stingrays are going to send it straight back inside attacking 50.
Here's a goal.
Came out the back of the pack. And a goal there.
Rowdy Reese Piper.
Great goal there from Piper at the 18-minute mark of the third term.
Got a touch of class, Piper, hasn't he? Didn't hesitate to use his 10 metres and take the bounce and run straight into goal there.
We've mainly seen him run off half back.
Yeah.
good to see him down there on the forward line. Read that well, and that was much needed by the Stingrays. They've been in attack for most of this quarter.
Ball up in the middle. Oh, huge leap again by Williams. Petrocelli works out the handball to Hudson. He breaks free, kicks it down towards centre half forward. They spoil it well. Get it out in the open now again, Dandenong with a handball. Oh, this is dangerous. A turnover here if the Knights can get it out there. But they weren't able to, and good tackle all the same, because Dandenong were off and running.
For the first time there, the Knights forwards were actually in front when a chaos ball came in. They were able to dictate play a little bit better.
Tap through, down towards the 50. A little handball. They're still in trouble here, Dandenong, trying to work it out. Petrocelli will seize this one. He'll work on the left. Bit of an awkward one up towards half forward. Punched away. Good gather there, that time Davies, but he gets caught with it, and we'll have a ball up.
Knights really need to lock the ball in here. If they can get a goal here and lock the ball in for 2 or 3 minutes, it's to their advantage.
They tap down the front, and Gillard gets caught with it. Be a ball up. We're 35 out from the Northern Knights goal, kicking to the Preston Market end of the ground, and tapped away. Again, another pack forms, and we're not able to get
he's in trouble.
Possession.
He's in trouble.
But the umpire said he had prior opportunity.
He had that look in his eye, the umpire. I could see it from here.
All right. Maybe he thought he could have paddled it out.
I think he dragged in a little bit. I thought it was a tough call, just quietly.
We have Jamison Shea, who has been no stranger to the goals today with 2. And he will kick for goal from 40 metres out. And got a nice angle on it. And he comes in, Jamison Shea for the Northern Knights. Comes in and kicks a little bit right, but might sneak in. Just came back enough, and it's through for a goal. And that is a good goal in the context of this game, because kicking into the breeze in this third quarter, they've got a goal on the board where the Dandenong Stingrays have kicked several behinds. Northern Knights 6-3 plays the Dandenong Stingrays 7-12. So that is now 21 minutes into this third quarter on the Technica time clock.
15 points of difference. That's what we were talking about. Just locking the ball inside 50 into the breeze. Waste a few minutes off the clock and then finish off with a goal. Good work, Northern Knights.
And they get the tap out again through Grace. Picking it up though, Plumridge. Just feed it around the Stingrays. Ball will come out. Penrith applies the tackle and slapped it forward. Knights have worked it towards the half forward flank. Comes out the back though, Clark. Looping handball out wide. Stingrays send the kick towards half forward. Straight down the throat though of Wilson. Moves it on quickly. Bell just fumbled at the crucial moment. And wraps up his opponent in the tackle. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Attacking side of centre wing. On the outer side of Preston City Oval. Ruckman go at it. Grace got the tap down. Stingrays able to get a quick kick away. Bouncing ball out there in front of Piper. The ball will go over the boundary line and out of play on the half forward flank outer side. 22 gone in the third term on the Technica time clock. 7:12:54 plays 6:3:39 on the NG scoreboard. We'll throw it in. The De Koning and Grace. Grace worked De Koning underneath it. The umpire spotted it. So De Koning will get a free kick. Man on the mark stands about 48 out from goal.
This is an important kick in the context of the match.
He's kicked 3 already. The breeze just dropped slightly at the moment. He's going to go short into the pocket on the half volley. Randall getting back from the Knights. A missed opportunity there for the Stingrays. The kick comes in forward. Maybe not. Just through the hands there of Van Scoren. Works out though for Gillard for the Knights. High ball towards the outer side. Chasing after it, Murphy. Knights on his hammer out there.
Gee, they got away with that one as well.
Got away with murder there.
That kick was a high ball to no one.
To the middle of the 50.
So we'll have a ball in, and that is on the High Street end of the ground, eastern side. of Preston City Oval. And a bit of a short throw. Grace at the front brings it down. Another hard tackle. And we'll have a ball in. Ball up. Been that many ball ups and ball ins today. And tap down the front. This time Bell gets it for the Northern Knights. Gives it over. Grace taps it over the back into a bit of space. They'll try and get it out through Shea. Gives it back to Bell. Now he hits up Grace. Big Grace goes long down the line towards half forward. And it's over the line. Beats Sinclair. And it's out of bounds.
Joel Grace is 199 and 90 from the South Morang Football Club. He is, I've got him well and truly in the Black Book, Rick.
And he's up against Tom Hogan at the moment. And uses his body well. Out the back. Palm nicely down there to Penrith. He'll get it out to Sinclair. Back to Shea. Jamison Shea goes down the line. Round boundary side. Scoreboard side of the ground. They'll play on. Dandenong should be able to clear. The kick's perfect too. Beautiful kick to Plumridge. And he'll go wide. He's got a runner. This time Tommy Murphy gets it. He gets it long towards half forward. Beautiful kick. Over the back it goes. Piper gets it. Runs around. Trips over. And was a bit unlucky there. Don't know whether the player took his feet, but play on's a call. He's going to ping him.
I think he might have fell over his own feet then. I don't think
he's got to tie up his shoelaces, you reckon?
Could do.
We're 40 metres out from goal. And Dandenong need one here. Tap down to Koning, trying to work it out of there. Not quite. Clark with a spray out towards the boundary line. And it's out in the full. And they'll kick and play on. Caulfield likes to run around his opponent. Does it pretty well. Oh, danger here. Andrews' kick went astray, but he followed up and helped out nicely there. And knew he'd sort of mucked up there and backed up his own judgment to take on the player. And held him up temporarily. And that is three-quarter time. And Dandenong, Stingrays, 7-12-54. Lead the Northern Knights 6-3-39. A 15-point margin here. And Northern Knights kicking with the breeze. Should be a great last quarter.
The Northern Knights kicked 1 goal, won that quarter, and the Dandenong Stingrays kicked 2 goals, 5. And they also kicked 2-6 with the breeze in the first quarter.
So the goal kickers, De Koning with 3 and Nanscowan with 3 and 1 to Piper. And for the Northern Knights, we've got 3 to Jamison Shea, 1 to Stapleton, 1 to Caulfield and 1 to Petricelli. And looking forward to this final quarter.
Sets up a great last quarter here on TAC Cup Radio. The match of the day, it's the Knights and the Stingrays live from Preston City Oval.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio.
For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Preston City Oval, TAC Cup Radio, match of the day. It is the Northern Knights 6-3-39. They trail by 15 going into the last quarter. The Dandenong Southern Stingrays are 7-12-54. The Knights have got the breeze in the last quarter. That was a tough quarter of footy for the Dandenong Stingrays. Again, 2-5 in that quarter, 2-6 in the first. It could come back to haunt them.
Well, a lot of them were shots. They weren't clean shots, were they, at goal? So it wasn't like they were missing from 30 metres out set shots. They were just scrambling it forward and kicking through the goals. But they just straying, weren't they? It's hard to explain that quarter, but they really missed on the scoreboard there. Both times with the wind. The first quarter they kicked 2 goals 6. And I think they would have kicked 5 behinds that quarter as well.
Correct.
So if you're kicking 11 behinds with the wind, it means that you're missing out on some opportunities there. Would have gave them a handy lead. You've got 19 scoring shots to 9, and it's only a 15-point ball game. And you've got the Northern Knights attacking with the breeze. So
I think
it's still anyone's game.
It's anyone's game, and the Knights probably showed how you can defend a little bit into the breeze, and they were able to eke out the 1 goal in that quarter to the northern end of the ground by just locking it in and applying the pressure. Very impressed with the midfield of the Northern Knights, with Gillard. Best game I've seen Braden Gillard play.
Yeah, he's been terrific, hasn't he?
And Brodie Bell, there's a couple of players I'm big fans of, I know, but Ethan Penrith he's got sublime skills, very classy in his movements, sees the game well. And then Tamara, Fable, Shea, 3 goals plus his work in the middle. Just a little bit ragged around the edges with some of his disposals, I think, at times, but all in all, he's played very, very well. Mitch Wild. Sam Binion is playing his normal good game. Wilson and Aussie. Daniel Aussie, oi, has done pretty well, Rick, I would have thought.
Yeah.
For the Dandenong Southern Stingrays, I've been impressed by Plumridge, Jamie Plumridge from the Beaconsville Hallam Secondary College. Angus Patterson, as you've mentioned a couple of times throughout the game. Tom DeConing and Jay Nance Cowan up forward have been good targets. Bailey Williams in the ruck. He wrapped up the footyprofit.com.au mark of the day very early in proceedings. Hogan's been good for the Stingrays. And they've got the work ahead of them in the last quarter. Craig Black just speaking to the forwards there and then running into the middle now and having a chat to his midfield. One last set of instructions on what they have to do. Good calling game, Rick, with the two Guernseys.
Yep.
Easy to read the numbers, easy to tell them apart.
Yeah, Dandenong in the all yellow with a little bit of black, and the Northern Knights with the white jumper with the black and navy hoops. What do you call it? No, it's more a band, isn't it?
Band, yep. But very easy to tell apart. I like it. And easy to read the numbers on their back.
Makes things better for us.
Much better for us. All right. Last quarter. I don't think there's 12:27. I'll just check if there's any other games going on yet. We started very early, 10:30 start today. Just check and see if there's any others. Last quarter action. It's the Knights and the Stingrays. Take it away, Rick.
And tapped down by Williams to the front there, and sharked away by Aussie. Gets it out wide. Paddling along Plumridge. Couldn't quite take clean possession there, and the ball will end up out of bounds. And we are just slightly forward of centre wing there. Dandenong's way. There'll be a ball in, throw in. And the throw in with Grace at the back of the pack. Slaps it down towards Ethan Penrith. He paddles along, but the player there had his jumper. And Penrith trying to use his pace there. Didn't elect to take the ball and did it well. And he'll go in the middle, a little chip kick. He's found Aussie. He'll go on the left and kick towards half forward, centre half forward. Out it goes, ball spills free. Just trying to break away there. And a little hand back into the centre square it goes. Nice hand off by Plumridge. He gets it out. Now they'll kick through the middle. Little kick off the side was beautifully done there. And it finds DeConing. He'll go towards centre half forward. Oh, well judged. Reece Piper. He's got a bit of class about him, this boy. He'll kick from 45 metres out. Judged it beautifully.
Playing as a 19-year-old this year, Rowdy Reece Piper.
And Piper to kick from 45 out directly in front. And Piper comes in, kicks high into the breeze, but it'll go right with the breeze. They'll bring it back in, and they almost stopped there. And the umpire did signal it was out in the full. Northern Knights players stopped. DeConing kept going. But eventually it was called out in the full. And the kick in by Baker. He's looking to go short, but now he'll have to go long the outer side of the ground. He's looking for Grace. Over the back it goes. Spills free. Good smother there. Play on's a call. Kick towards the hot spot. DeConing at the back. Punched away by Baker. Nanscowan gets a little dribble forward. They're still working it way under the scoreboard there and paddling towards the boundary line. Eventually it's out of bounds. They made a bit of ground there, the Knights, getting it towards the 50-metre line.
Round the grounds at Burbank Oval, raining goals. Western Jets 5 goals straight, 30. Geelong Falcons 6-2, 38. Quarter time.
Boundary throwing inside 50 for the Stingrays. Just went over the head of the ruck contest. Going to ground there was Murphy. Stingray still with possession of the footy. High ball there from Bateman. Hits up a target just inside the 50-metre arc. They move it quickly. DeConing went past him. Ball on the deck. Just try and work it clear. Little kick around the body, just goes across the face of goal for the Stingrays, and then I think that's out on the full. Free kick to go the way of Dandenong. Forward pocket, broadcast side. Nance Cowan goes towards the hot spot, and coming in late, taking a nice mark, is Clark.
This is what Dandenong wanted. Get that first goal early, stretch that lead out to 21 points or 3.5 goals.
That area should have been protected.
That was the hottest spot on the ground.
And he just came in too easy to gobble that mark up. Hunter Clark. 186 centimetres. 79 kilos. Been impressive this afternoon for the Stingrays. Right foot kick is straight through the middle. Hunter Clark with his first from Mornington and out of college, is that how you say it?
Padua.
So as the scoreboard ticks over, 8-12 to 6-3, the Stingrays.
21-point margin. It's could be. It's hard to say at this stage. I don't want to go there yet. Back in the middle and tap down. A little kick out of that centre area, but it goes back inboard. Just trying to work it out of possessions here. Oh, good aggression there by Cotter. Gets it out. Just another pack's formed and there'll be a ball up for sure, won't there? He lets it go, letting him sort it out at the mean. Eventually he'll have to ball it up. And there'll be... We're still inside the centre square. And he does that quickly. They both missed it. Tapped forward by Grace Plumridge with a kick towards the centre square. Good body work, Binion. Just gets his player out of position and encroachment. The umpire will pull him back here 50 metres.
You happy with those ones, Rick?
Yeah, I think he did overstep the mark.
In the greater context of the game?
Yeah.
Would you just give it a little bit more? The guy's going to play off the line.
Yeah.
You can't just stand there and watch him do it.
Didn't quite go over the mark. So he could have a shot here, Binion. And it'll test him. He has played forward before. Goes a little bit with a right step. He's kicking from 55. Gets it deep. Through the middle it goes. That kick's travelled 60 metres with the breeze. A lovely kick. And that's his first goal for the day. Playing mostly across half back there, Binion, or full back. And a good result. So the Knights get one back to a 15-point margin.
That was a very crucial 50-metre penalty. It took him within just kicking from the top of the arc, but used the breeze well, Binion. And we're back to a 15-point game.
Ruckman go at it in the middle. Grace the tap for the Knights. Stingrays with possession of the footy. Zyjay goes towards centre half forward. Good fist applied there from Wilson. Ball on the deck. And the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Tackle there applied by Riley Darcy. As we're back in the air. Stingrays. High kick. The half forward area. Good mark there taken by Lachlan Young. And he's just being brought back around on the mark. He's about 55 from home.
He's not going to make the distance, but he's got to put it in a spot that's going to cause a good contest here.
He sold the candy but couldn't get around the tackler. Andrews was awake to that. Worked out to McDonald. Goes towards the goal square. Mark though taken by the Knights in defence. Grace goes to his captain in Caulfield. Quickly over the top to Andrews. They've worked it well, although the kick was smothered. Stingrays have another opportunity. Allen tried to weave his way through traffic, couldn't do so. The Knights get a hurried kick. Umpire called play on. Bateman.
How's this?
Feed it back. The Knights just pressuring the ball forward. Now the Stingrays with an opportunity through the middle. High ball, no one home for them though. And the mark not taken there by Randall. Had time to mop up. Moved it quickly out wide. High kick. Just not taking the marks at the moment, the Knights. Stingrays with another opportunity to advance. Kick out there in the direction of Piper. Kept it in. Kicked it around his body. And then eventually it bobbles over the boundary line and out of play. Just inside attacking 50 underneath the scoreboard. The NG scoreboard that reads 8-12-60. The Northern Knights 7-3-45. And we've gone about 7 minutes in the final term.
Throw in, just inside 50. Grace with the tap out for the Knights. Sharked away by Piper. Gets it down towards a dangerous spot in the goal square. Oh, they overran it. And they've got two or three players. Almost a throw there. Back into, we're 20 metres out from goal. Northern Knights trying to break clear. And he's paid holding the ball. I didn't see much prior, but he was pretty hot on it. And
consistent.
They're going to kick from 30 metres out, directly in front. And this is Young. Played a good game up forward.
He has, yes.
Lachlan Young for Dandenong. 60 plays 45. It's a big kick. And kicking into the breeze. Comes in and keeps it low and nicely does it. That's through the middle. That's Lachlan Young's first goal for the day. Dandenong get out to a bigger lead now. 9-12 plays 7-3. And that, of course, is on the NG scoreboard. We're 9 minutes into this final quarter on the Technica time clock.
Good work there by the Dandenong Southern Stingrays. They've actually played better into the breeze than they did with the breeze so far in this game.
In both quarters, yeah.
Is that a mental thing maybe? For the Stingrays, they'll get another opportunity. IJ kicks it out wide. Allen will run onto it. It's on the centre wing outer side. Stingrays still with possession of the footy. Hogan handballed it back in the direction of Allen. Under pressure, got stripped of the footy. The umpire said he didn't do it correctly. So the Knights get a free kick, defensive side of the outer wing. Chip kick comes inboard. Gillard takes the mark. Winds up on the right boot. High ball towards centre half forward. Good fist there applied by Patterson. Knights still with possession of the footy. Fable worked it around. But the free kick, Nativo didn't dispose of it correctly, and the free kick will go the way of Sam Fletcher at centre half back for the Stingrays. He goes towards the outer side. Pack flies. No one can take the mark. De Koning in there, battling for it. Feeds the handball backwards. Good pressure applied by the Knights have caused the turnover. And Pietrelli, high ball, going to land at the top of the goal square. 2-on-1 in favour of the Knights. Off the boot. No, it was touched.
Photo
just
finish.
over the line.
So minor score the way of the Knights there. 7-4-46. And they trail the Stingrays, Rick.
They'll play on from full-back Dandenong to a marking contest. Over the back it goes, out of bounds. And we're 60 metres out from goal. Mitch Wild has got the free kick, or tried to con the umpires. Well done, Mitch. Didn't get away with it. Ball to be thrown in. Grace up against Hogan. They get it to ground. Wild comes in, gets his kick smothered. Just trying to keep it inside was Gillard, but the umpire will ball it up.
Just check the mathematics on that scoreboard, boys. I think we're out. I think there's a 20-point margin.
Okay.
7-4 to 9-12.
Anyway, throw in 50 metres out from the Northern Knights goal. And they should be able to get a kick on goal through Gillard. Gets it down towards the full forward line.
That's
it might have beat them all.
That's bounced through.
And no one got a hand on it. And the umpire's just coming in to check this. And you'd think it's a goal. It is. Now, I'll just confirm. Pretty sure that was Gillard.
Gillard.
And he's played a good game, Braden Gillard. And that's his first.
That's his first for the afternoon. Good work by the Knights down the High Street side of the ground. And there's still a bit of north breeze there, and you put the ball up in there, anything could happen. Again, Jamison Shea right at the back of the pack last line. Just saw the ball bounce through that time.
We'll keep an eye on the scoreboard.
I think they're going to fix up the arithmetic now, Rick. 9-12 is 66. 8-4 is 52. There's 14 points of difference.
I'm glad you're doing the mathematics, Phil.
Northern Knights boys always have had a problem with the scoreboard, haven't they?
Never been their long suit.
Stingrays have it on the half-back flank broadcast side. Hope dishes off the handball. The kick in the direction of Murphy. He's pressured towards the boundary line by the Knights. And the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Good tackle applied there by Shea. As we throw it up. A free kick going the way here of Hudson.
There's a block.
Stingrays don't like it. Hudson will end up with the free kick. Centre wing on the broadcast side. Has a couple of players in the middle, ignores them, decides to go long. Inside attacking 50 with the kick. Over the head of Caulfield. Ball dribbling towards the boundary line in the forward pocket. It's taken just before it by Davies. Gives the handball over the top to Clark. Still just inside the boundary line. Was able to weave around traffic. And taking the mark here, Darcy Hope. Half-back flank, broadcast side. Hope decides to track backwards. And the mark will be taken in the back pocket by the Stingrays.
Eating up seconds.
Just looking for options. Another chip kick over the top. It's up Hope again. Standing on his defensive 50-metre arc. Congested in front of him, sends a high ball to a contest. Pack flies, coming deep there, Baker. Couldn't take the mark, comes off hands, kept in play by Murphy. Whacked it back there to Williams, back to Murphy, getting a fist though, Fable. Ball comes to ground. Williams sends the handball backwards, stripping the tackle there, Cotter. Gave the handball back to Williams. High ball inside attacking 50 for the Stingrays. Bouncing ball was difficult for Smith. Still works out though in favour of Dandenong, and they spot up Piper. Couldn't take the mark. Have support there, and Young had to dish the handball off. The Knights try and work their way out of defence. The handball in the direction of Penrith. Does he keep it in? He does. Handball over the top to Hudson. But the big man just couldn't take clean possession of it, and it will be over the boundary line and out of play. Half forward flank on the broadcast side, favouring the Stingrays.
The Knights looked in trouble there. It looked like a certain goal, so they'd be happy with that result.
They saved it.
Tapped out the back, bit of scragging there, off the ball. Play on's the call. They get back inside now. Kick out of trouble by Penrith. Down towards centre wing. Tamara gets it, traps it nicely. He gets it to the running Caulfield. He takes a bounce. Petrocelli's in the square. Kick went sideways basically and out of bounds on the full.
Just didn't come off the boot neatly.
No.
If he could have just drop punted that to perfection.
Just to a one-on-one in the square.
Which is what we're expecting.
And Bateman takes it in the back pocket for Dandenong. They're just dangerous here. Kick doesn't hit his target, but he was able to run around in time. And now we've got 2 against 1. Penrith will take this. He's had a good game. Ethan Penrith. He'll go inboard. A little chip kick to Shea. Shea will go long this time. Up they go. Petrocelli with the fly. He was the target right from the word go. And took the juggling mark without contacting a player.
I always worry, Rick, you and I are too old for some of this, but that was Royce Hart-like. Just float in from the side, time your leap perfectly, and hit the ball just hits his hands, one grab.
Petrocelli from 40 metres. Keeps it very low and touched on the line. Gee, kept it too low. And they'll play on from full back. Williams, he's the one who had it over there in the back pocket, but out of bounds it goes.
It's 52, plays 66, 14 points the difference.
Now we're about 17 minutes into this final quarter as well.
Gee, they're going to have to get on with it, the Knights.
Needed that one.
They've got it inside their attacking 50 at the moment. The umpire spins the ball back into play. Grayson Williams. It's a neutral tap. Wrapping up his opponent there, Mitch Cotter. Will get a ball up. 40 out from goal, out of side for the Knights.
13 points the difference it'll be. 53 plays 66.
No one can get a clean possession at the moment. Pops out the back. Caulfield overran it. Stapleton tried to spin his way out of traffic, but the ball goes over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in just outside attacking 50 now for the Knights. On the outer side of Preston City Oval. Still a breeze favouring their end of the ground at the moment, the Bell Street end. The umpire sends it back into play. Grace, the tap. Penrith tried to get the intercept. Wrapped up now is Murphy. Ball spills free. Stingrays in possession. A half back line. Looping handball over the top will favour Patterson. He gets it across to his teammate there in Clark. And that was Plumridge. They've worked it to the centre wing. Well, cutting across, taking the mark, Andrews. He takes it, sells a bit of candy, whacks it on the boot. High ball towards the half forward flank. Did he take it? He did. Patterson takes it on the half back line.
Patterson, good in the air, goes to the back pocket to Bateman. They'll cross goal, and they want to be careful, but the kick was beautiful, and they've picked out a player there very wide. They'll play on and kick down towards centre wing. Intercept mark here, and Binion with the ball over the other side to Andrews, who's played a good game. Gives it to Bell through the middle of the ground. Runs to 60, keeps it low, goes all the way, and just offline for a behind. And just a couple of missed opportunities, the Knights, in the last couple of minutes.
I'm making it at 54, playing 66, despite what the scoreboard says. 2 goals will just about get there. They were able to get there too easy that time, the Stingrays. And Hope gets it out. They'll go wide towards centre wing. Bit of a nudge out. Play on's a call. And the umpire will ball it up. Good call by the umpire.
Underneath it. Andrew's got a finger on it as well. And we'll ball it up. Eastern side of the ground. Grace the leaper. Gets it down the front. They can't break away. Tapped away by Penrith. Towards the boundary line. Gets caught. Gets inside 50 with the handball. They'll be able to mop up through Fletcher here. Or Cotter copped a high one. Accidental by Penrith. And Cotter is near that 50-metre defensive line. Cotter to take the free kick for Dandenong. They'll go long and high and not favouring any player. In the end, it's kicked back into a dangerous spot, and Gillard takes the mark 40 metres out from goal. Wow, is this a big kick, Matt?
Massive kick.
Gillard on an angle.
Needs to put it through.
Now, I'm saying maybe a tiny bit of right goal post. Bit hard to judge this win down that end today. And, he's kicked to the top of the square accidentally. And a juggling attempt, doesn't quite make it. We're through for a handy point.
It's a handy point, Matt. We love our handy points. 11 points the difference.
So the Stingrays to bring it back into play. They decide to play on out of the defensive goal square. Long kick towards the outer side. Pack forms. Comes off hands. Knights with the numbers. Just have to be clean. They get it to Stapleton. He has a bit of space. And a long kick from Stapleton's offline.
Missing their opportunities.
Similar to the Stingrays.
4 behinds in a row now.
Time check.
We've gone about
21?
Yeah, 21, 22 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes to go.
Play on from full back. And they run around pretty dangerously there because the Smothers come in. Petrocelli with a handoff. Jamison Shea into the open goal for a goal.
Well, that was a dangerous piece of play by the Dandenong Stingrays, and the Knights didn't have to put the wind or any of that into play. They just ran straight in Jamison Shea, and by my record, that's his 4th goal, Rick. And he would be well in contention for the Nixon Finance Player of the Day.
And that was a footy profit goal of the day, more a team goal than anything, that smother.
That'd be AFL Draft Central, Rick. Goal of the day.
I always get them wrong.
You do? We're only a third of the way through the season. You'll get it right soon. We've got a big game here now. This is an important knockout, Rick.
Ball back in the middle. Grace Gets the tap. Murphy tried to move it forward for the Stingrays, and he just boots it inside attacking 50.
Oh.
Awkward bounce, opens an opportunity. Tackle applied by Young. And the umpire says he had no prior opportunity there.
Wouldn't dare give that one, Crooksy.
not at Preston anyway.
We get a ball up. 15 out from goal for the Stingrays. A goal here would just about seal the deal for them. Caulfield, though, will rover the pack. A wonky kick off the side of the boot. Grace, front spot, under pressure from Murphy. The big man takes it. Gave the handball. They fumble at centre half back. And too high, according to the umpire. Free kick goes the way of Serrana. Goes towards the outer side quickly. Mark taken out there by Andrews. He goes further afield. Bouncing ball will dribble out of play in front of Grace, and that's Harrison Grace on the outer side.
Where's the corridor?
Yeah, they're going to have to go for broke here, the Knights, through the corridor, Crooksy.
They get a boundary throw in. Half forward flank, outer side. Tap went the way of Hogan for the Stingrays. They have possession of the footy. Trying to get it to Clark, who was hovering, but they get claimed and will get a ball up. Still on the half forward flank on the outer side. Umpire puts the ball back into the air. Tap goes the way of the Stingrays in the hands of Iozzi. High ball inside attacking 50. Came off the pack. Good pressure applied, but it worked out the back there to Uzlaki. He manages to scrape it in just for a minor score.
That won't help.
Important kick out here by Jesse Davies.
I think they've given him an extra goal here on the scoreboard, by the look of it. So we've got it down to about a 10 or 10-point margin at the moment to Dandenong.
No, it's not 10, Rick.
No?
3.
Anyway, out the back it goes. Caulfield has a shot towards
goal. Here's a go.
It's up in the breeze. It's not all the way.
The Knights are in front.
The captain has kicked the goal and they've hit the lead. Gee whiz, the scores have confused me.
That is an AFL Draft Central goal of the day, without any doubt, to the skipper, Nick Caulfield.
6-9-66.
10-9 to 9-13. And Caulfield with the goal. Game changer.
69-66.
3 points to the Knights.
They've trailed all day too, I think. It's the first time they've been in front. Stingrays with a bit of work to do now. Their handball went astray. Sinclair tried to get a toe poke kick, but the Stingrays were able to work it forward. Went past Bell. Opportunity here for Lockie Young. Fed the handball.
Oh, what a tackle. Oh, what a tackle.
Great tackle there from Oliver Wilson. Back pocket broadcast side for the Knights. Saved the day for him on that time around. Does it save the game for him? Has to be clean with this kick. A toe poke close to the boundary line. Stays in for Shea. Takes it just inside defensive 50 on the broadcast side for the Knights. Winds up. High kick. Sitting underneath it just through the hands there of Tamaro. Comes out the pack. Knights with the footy. Grace sends the ball inboard. Stingrays with the numbers. Handball there to Williams. Got tackled. To Koning, coming through, able to get possession, whacks it on the boot in hope. Towards the half-forward line, boundary line will be all siren sounds that come from behind. Victory for the Northern Knights by 3 points here at Preston City Oval. The scoreboard reads 10-9-69. And
I believe it to be 9-12-66. I think it's a 3-point margin, but we'll have that corrected. What a cracking game. 2 weeks in a row the Knights have got goals in time on to win, and that will stand them in great stead. What an exciting game.
They really rose, didn't they, in that last quarter when the pressure was on them.
The goal kickers that I've got for the Dandenong Southern Stingrays, 3 apiece to De Koning and Nance Cowan, and 1 each to Clark, Piper, and there's one more that I'm missing there.
Lockie Young.
Lockie Young is the other one. The goal kicker's there. And for the Northern Knights, They kicked 10, so 4. Quick arithmetic, yes, I've got them all. Jamison Shea kicked 4, 2 to Nick Cofield, and 1 apiece to Gillard, Petrocelli, Stapleton and Binion. Well, the game was always going to be set up to have that grandstand finish, and in the end, the Knights' work with the wind was 3 points better than the Stingrays' work into the wind, and they won the northern end of the battle, and I think that the Knights won the southern end of the battle. But it was a very entertaining game of football with a lot of good players playing some really good football. And I'll just check, I better turn our mate on down there. Are you down on the ground, Rick?
Looks like he's going to have a chat with the captain of the Knights, Nick Cofield.
He is. For footyprofit.com.au, down on the field, Rick Morris is with the captain of the Northern Knights, Nick Cofield.
Now, Nick, another exciting win on the siren for the Northern Knights. How's it?
Oh, it's awesome. That's such an important game for us at defending the home ground. It puts us in a pretty good position now, 4-2 instead of 3-3, so that's fantastic.
And you never stopped trying. It looked like it was beyond you at one stage there in the final quarter.
Yeah, well, we have self-belief. That's all that matters. We come in at three-quarter time. We said to ourselves we're in a great position to win this game, and that's what we did. We just never gave up.
And the breeze was handy to have in that final quarter?
Oh, yeah, it was massive. That's why I was contributed to the belief. I reckon going with the win in the last quarter, it really helped, yeah.
And have you been dreaming that for your whole childhood, to kick the winning goal, mate? How's it feel?
Oh, it feels awesome. Usually I'm a backman, so I don't get much of a sniff, but yeah, it's an awesome feeling.
All right, congratulations on a great win for the Northern Knights, and go and enjoy it.
Awesome, thanks for that.
See if you can get in the rooms, Rick. We'll try and get the song, and if you can pick out maybe if Justin Wenke's available or Jamison Shea as Rick moves into the rooms. The players off the ground very quickly today. I think everyone in the grandstand. Good little crowd here today too, Matt.
It was a good crowd as we'll go down into the rooms with Rick with the song for the Knights. Trailed all day until those last couple of minutes. They were able to get on the scoreboard through the captain, Nick Cofield.
What a beautiful kick for goal. That was off his boot. We could see he gave it every chance, didn't he? It's just to the left of the middle of the goals and just let the wind come round. Good atmosphere down there, Rick?
Yeah, it's fantastic down here, Crooksy. I'm over here with Jamison Shea. Mate, another great win. No borders the last two for you against Bendigo as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's so good to know that the boys can hang on in such a tight contest, and especially late in the game with a few great tackles and a few really important one-on-ones. So it was really good. And
your own game today, Jamison. You seem to be on ball, then you go down forward. What was your main role?
Yeah, it was a midfield forward swap. With me and Jack Petrocelli, so just trying to get that add scoreboard pressure toward the other team and be able to kick goals from the midfield as well, which we really think is important.
And it worked well because you were both dangerous targets up forward, and you both got a bit of height for midfielders as well.
Yeah, I think I got Petch covered by a couple centimetres, so I'll let him know about that, but he's definitely got me covered in the athleticism, so yeah.